Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Very excited because I have not heard this piece of audio. Very excited to hear this recent interview where Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane talked about how he usually creates a character's voice before creating their animated look.
I'm excited about hearing this as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I feel like you've been lied to your entire life.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Of course I do.
Okay, yeah, I have been lied to my entire life. I think then if that's what you're saying, because, well, we'll play the clip and then we'll tell you the story that I've been told and how I've been lied to. Here is Seth saying, here's how he got the inspiration behind the voice of Peter Griffin.
Generally, for me, the voices came first. Peter was a mixture of a lot of different voices. There was a security guard that worked at the Rhode Island School of Design who had this really, really thick, really expressive Rhode Island accent.
That sounds nothing like your unless your family member was somebody who worked, was a janitor.
Yeah, I wish I had a picture of Shep. Now, Shep, his name was Shep Sutton, and Shep worked with me in the early days of my radio career,
yes,
over 30 years ago. And Shep claims that he and his family are related to Seth MacFarlane. And Shep lived in Massachusetts, so that's in the New England area.
Right.
And I have to tell you, Steve, if you would have seen a picture, because this is how it all started, is I go to a restaurant, I haven't seen Shep in years. Shep is now older, he's wearing glasses, and I said to him, my God, you look just like Peter. I hate to say this, I go, you look like Peter Griffin from Family Guy. And then his voice is really very similar. He goes, well, that's so funny. Shep is my cousin. That whole show's about my family. And that's the story I've been told all these years. And I wonder if maybe Seth just doesn't want to make it sound like he is making fun of his family.
We're doubling down on the lie.
God, if I could show you Shep's picture, I don't have any pictures of him. I wish he's not on Facebook. You would be like,
lucky him.
You'd be like, this guy does look like he's got the round face, the butt chin, and then when he had the glasses, I'm like, my God, you look like Peter.
I mean, it could be, he said it was a bunch of different people, but it is interesting. He didn't bring up Shep.
Didn't bring up his family.
No.
Like, said nothing about his family.
Unless you don't want to deal with the arguments at the family get-togethers. Yeah. Oh, you're making fun of us with your Family Guy show. He's like, no, it's someone I met at the school.
Yeah. It was so weird. And now Shep could have been lying, and maybe he's not related to Seth MacFarlane at all.
What a strange lie to have.
I agree. It was just, and you talk about doubling down. I just happened to mention it at the stupid restaurant, never expecting him to come. Then he's got this whole story. Oh, yeah, he's our cousin or whatever. I'm like, okay, well.
Well, Seth just shot it all down. You should send this audio to Shep.
Yeah, you're right.
You lied to me, you mother effer.
I don't know where he is, dude. I don't even know if I have a contact for him anymore, but you're right. Now I have to look him up and say, hey, dude, you've been lying to me all these years.
We need to track him down.
And, of course, if we ever get to have Seth on the show, I only want him on just to see if I can confirm or deny he's related to this guy.
Oh, man. What if you find out that's not the case? Then all this time, this person is just telling a very strange lie.
And I've told the story so many times, so I look like the idiot.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why you look like the idiot.
Thanks, buddy.
But it is weird when people create like these fake stories, I think, because they just expect that, assuming it was fake, because they expect no one's going to do the research. Like, why would anyone think, I need to find out if the Family Guy cartoon is based on this guy or not?
Yeah, and then look at this. And this had to be 10 years ago at least, maybe 15 years ago where he told me this. So he probably thought, well, who's ever gonna ask him about, and then boom, here it is.
Here it is.
Yeah, Seth saying, here's my inspiration behind Peter Griffin.
He sees this video, he starts sweating uncontrollably. He's like, crap, all my family members are gonna now start calling me out for this.
Yeah.
All this time I've been getting free drinks saying I'm Peter from Family Guy.
I know, Shep is gonna be like, I'm gonna get nothing now.
Yeah.
Nothing. Well, there you go. That's the story. Some. What does he say? A janitor somewhere?
Someone from a school, I think he said. Yeah.
Somebody who worked in a school in Rhode Island, and that's supposedly the inspiration for Peter Griffin.
He did not say Shep.
He didn't. Now he said the voice, not the look. The look literally looks like Shep. I have to say, the look of Peter Griffin, he looks just like Shep.
Shep's got you brainwashed, man. You're just looking to find any reason to believe that lie.
I wish I had a picture. I think you'd be like, this is the real live Peter Griffin.
I was trying to question if there really is a Shep. No Facebook, no picture, no way to contact him.
I could, you know what? There's a lot of mental health issues that I've had over the years. Maybe I made this whole thing up. What if he's like an imaginary friend?
Character named Shep?
My imaginary friend. I never worked with anybody named Shep. Maybe it was just all in my head.
You one time just watched Family Guy on acid and then created this fictional character?
Was I just sitting at a table, Fight Club style, just having a conversation with nobody?
Yes.
That would be really bad. I'm at a restaurant. They go, who is that guy talking to?
No, you're at an IKEA eating Swedish meatballs with Shep.
That's it. All right. We got a man who was kicked out of a gym for staring at a woman. Only problem is that man is blind and didn't know he was doing it. Oh, boy. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. And today is a day to go out and go surfing. It's International Surfing Day, perfect on the first day of summer.
Oh, man.
Has anyone on our show ever gone surfing? Yep. You have? How'd it go for you?
Not well.
Yeah, I've never tried it.
It's really hard to stand up, so it's one of those you have to try to catch the wave and then pop up, and it's just one of those I don't know what it's.
We did boogie boarding, and that was hard enough, and that involves just laying on the board.
I do love boogie boarding.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, actually standing up on a wave, there was a seal that popped up, and I got scared and I ran away.
Did he ever yell, "I'm never gonna survive"? A different seal. My bad. Yeah.
I think Sarah actually took surfing classes in Hawaii.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken. I know that, I know my wife. I think my wife and Sarah did that. Is that true, Sarah? Did you take surfing classes in Hawaii?
I sure did.
So did you surf?
I did. In all honesty, I had the opposite experience as Danny. I was actually really good at it.
Oh, way to rub it. Wow.
Yeah, no big deal.
It's your dance background that makes you so good at surfing.
I got that balance. Yeah. I got up like the first time and every time. However, my mother didn't get up once.
Not once.
Not once. It was very rough for her.
Really?
Yeah.
And that was her fantasy. She wants to be a surfer.
Oh, it didn't go well.
Yeah.
And then she sees her daughter doing it.
Yeah, and I'm having no issue. And then we had paddle out and paddle in, and she had to have a guy come help her, really paddle her out for her. She was done. She was so exhausted too.
Have you surfed again since?
No. But
no interest?
I mean, it's too cold here. If someone takes me to Hawaii and wants to go surfing, of course I'll show off my moves.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
I always wanted to surf just to get that picture of me, I'm in order to even look cool on a surfboard, it's going to take years of effort. It's not
Years.
worth it.
Yeah, I gotta
just
add-
Photoshop me on like a picture of me surfing going.
Yeah, because these waves were really tiny.
Yeah.
So I didn't look cool.
Right.
I was just standing up, and everyone's like, okay, cool. There's like a very tiny wave.
You want one of those big ass waves
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
It's kind of like, what is it, Gleaming the Cube or something? That's a skateboarding thing. It's also National Go Skateboarding Day. Makes sense. The two of them kind of connect together.
Oh, yeah. Sidewalk surfing.
That I am not good at.
Now that's weird.
Isn't that weird?
That is super weird.
And then on the flip side, Danny can skateboard, but he can't surf.
Yeah.
Odd. Yeah, I tried to be a little skater girl. I did an ollie one time. Woo! Then I was like, this is not for me.
No.
No, it was straight on the pavement.
And with your history of injuries, you should not get anywhere near wheels.
No. No.
But apparently water, just fine.
Water,
Fine, yeah.
She's our little mermaid over here.
That's what she is. She's our little Ariel.
Also, today it's World Giraffe Day, so shout out to Jeffrey.
Yes. That's it. That's all I got.
Gerald Giraffe from Peppa Pig.
Oh, I forgot. I don't even know this guy.
Yeah, he's the dude.
Okay.
He's probably the most recognizable giraffe these days. Then Jeffrey's kind of out the door.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Is there any other famous giraffes?
I feel like that's it.
That pregnant giraffe that never had the baby, remember? On Facebook?
Yeah. What's her name, though?
Don't know.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Jenny. I'll call her Jenny Giraffe.
Nah, that's kind of sad that we can't think of 3 popular or famous giraffes.
Melman from Madagascar.
Okay.
Haven't seen it, but that's a show.
Yep, and a movie voiced by David Schwimmer, of all people.
There you go.
All right, there's your giraffes,
So
baby.
shout out to Melman, Gerald, and Jeffrey.
Yeah. And I think Jeffrey's semi back at Macy's, isn't he? Now that they have the
I
Macy's
think
have the
so,
Toys R
yeah.
Us back there. So
I don't really feel like that's a real Toys R Us.
Yeah, I know. Feels sad.
It's more like Toys for You. It's not for us.
Toys R Us from Wish.
All right, let's talk about this podcast. It's called the Happy Hour Podcast, and it's a fun podcast. A couple dudes, I think, from England. They just chat with people that they find interesting, and they decided to have this guy on by the name of Toby, and he is a blind soccer player, and he's also popular on TikTok.
He's a blind soccer player?
We'll get into that part later for sure,
Okay.
BJ, because I had the same thought as well. Well, during the interview, Toby shared a great story about a time that he was kicked out of a gym because he was staring at a woman. Again, he's blind. The woman didn't know he was blind, so he's just kind of like aimlessly staring at her. And the story's pretty fun. So here he is talking about the time he was kicked out of a gym.
So I was doing my exercises like a good gym lad. And my eyes just, when I'm concentrating especially, they will just fall wherever they want to. And unfortunately there was a woman doing some exercises and said something along the lines of, why do you keep staring at me? Stop, like, don't be so creepy. I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm blind. Had my cane with me, it was folded up on my lap. And yeah, she wasn't having any of it.
And it's a likely story. All you creepos show up with a blind cane.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would make that same mistake. You're thinking like, dude, what are you staring at me for?
Right?
Yeah.
Now that's something I got to remember when I feel like someone's looking at me. They could be blind.
Or now that's a great excuse for you at the gym. If you just want to be leering, you can sit there and go, I'm blind. I'm not staring at any part of you.
Sometimes though, you unintentionally just start like gazing off and like you're looking in the mirror, and then you realize that all of a sudden you lock eyes with somebody who's also looked in the mirror. You're like, did they think I was just watching them the entire time? And I wasn't, but like it just kind of looks that way.
Yeah, it's weird locking eyes with somebody in a reflection.
Yes.
The only time that's ever really happened to me is taking the train at SeaTac.
Okay.
Because it's dark, so basically those are like mirror. And next thing you know, you look at somebody and you're like, well, you look at them and you go, where the hell are they? I don't even see them near me because you only see them in the reflection. But then they look at you look at them, and you go, wow, that's weird. I guess I feel bad about all that.
And are we even looking at each other? Like, that's the thing. For all I know, they're looking at the mirror, just looking at themselves, but I'm thinking they're looking at me.
It's hard to say. Like, when the eyes lock,
yeah,
you think, okay, do you see me seeing you? I don't know.
Yeah, these are questions I'm not going to ask at the gym, though.
No.
Yeah, I think that, it's pretty obvious if you're,
So, okay, circle back. Fun story about him getting kicked out because he's blind. But like you, I thought, wait a second, he's a blind soccer player. Apparently there's a blind soccer league, and here's Toby explaining what blind soccer is.
Obviously, you said it's 5 sides, sighted goalkeeper, 4 outfield players. You've then got like a guide on the halfway line who's sighted and a guide behind the goal that you're shooting at, and they sort of guide him the thirds that they operate into the goalkeeper's defence and the goal behind the guy's attack. And yeah, it's just all about communication. So, and yeah, it pretty much runs how a regular football match would, other than set pieces are slightly different. You take it from like your feet and you start dribbling. Instead of taking like a kick, like a corner kick, you would dribble out from a corner.
So they said a goalie can see. I'd be effing with them. I'm like, you're going the wrong way. Wrong way.
BJ looks more confused after his explanation than he did before.
Yeah, I don't understand a single thing that guy said. I have no idea how it works.
Well, they got a goalie that can see. Yeah. They got somebody out there that's telling them where to go.
Okay.
So communication's important. Instead of doing like a corner kick, you do a corner dribble. That way you have possession of the ball as opposed to the ball just flying willy-nilly into your face.
But so they're guiding him, and is there somebody guiding the defense?
Yeah. I got to imagine. It's kind of like almost like there's somebody that you're basically like a human video game, and someone's telling you what to do.
Yeah, see, I would be so
within reason because you could also work the ball.
But there's somebody yelling at the defense guy, and you got to know your offense guy's voice. And I just feel like wouldn't there be like trip each other up if they like, I fell over my guide. And then, I say, I'm watching the video and I don't see a lot of people on the. Oh, there we go. Now I see more people. Okay. Oh, that's weird. All right.
Well, way to shame them for wanting to play a sport, BJ.
No, I mean, I think good for them. I just don't. I don't get it.
I mean, I don't even think you would do well in this sport.
Oh, they would still beat me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he says it's actually a pretty physical sport, and there's, obviously, chance for injuries. In fact, he talks about some of the injuries he's gotten while playing blind soccer.
In 1 week. Which was 1 match and 1 training session. Don't train that much, apparently. I broke 2 of my fingers, chipped my tooth on both sides, and got a black eye in 1 week.
Oh, wow.
Wild. I've got I don't know if it's still there, but I've got a little lump on my nose now. It's quite bruised earlier in the week. I just headbutted some Roma player last weekend and thought I broke my nose.
Yeah, just headbutting people in the face, BJ.
I think I'm done with blind soccer.
I didn't even know you were going to even attempt it.
Yeah, I think even as a sighted person, I don't think I'm going to do blind soccer.
I don't think you should walk anywhere with your eyes closed or no vision or anything along those lines. You're dangerous enough with your eyes open.
I get, and the idea that he can dribble just by the feel. You know what I mean? And maybe, you know what, now that I think about it, maybe some soccer players do that anyway because they got to look down the field. So I guess that is a skill you can develop.
Yeah, you can't just stare at your feet while you're playing, especially at a high level.
I know that, sir.
All right, let's talk about this. Okay, so the U.S. Labor Department just said something happened at a restaurant and a business owner that they call one of the most shameless scams that they've ever seen.
No.
Which I thought, that's impressive.
Okay.
So what the hell happened? Well, there's a restaurant chain in California. It's like a Mexican food restaurant. The owner, his name is Che. C-H-E, is that right?
Yeah.
Che, okay,
thank
nice
you.
Working. He hired a fake priest to take confessions from his workers, urging them to, quote, get the sins out by telling them if they've ever been late for work or stole stuff from their employer.
Wow.
It's an interesting way to get them to fess up to stuff with a fake priest.
They must all be pretty Catholic.
Time to get the sins out. He also asked if they harbored bad intentions towards their employer, if they've ever done anything to harm the company. Yeah, the U.S. Labor Department's like, you can't do any of this. That's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
And apparently he's had some other issues before. He had to pay $140,000 in back wages and damages to 35 employees. And they also believe that they brought in the fake priest when the Labor Department started investigating workplace issues because the priest was encouraging the employees to lie to federal investigators.
Oh, okay. So the confession guy says lie, which then you'll have to come back and, well, I guess he's trying to keep himself in business.
That's very true.
Wow. I mean, look, I haven't been in a Catholic church for a long time, but I really feel like the confessional is supposed to be done like in the little private box.
Yeah, no. Now you do it at Mexican food restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Catholicism's really changed their ways.
How about this? I don't know if you remember the Man Show when Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel were and they had one of the funniest bits was them pretending to be drunk in an airport and they were pretending to be pilots. And they're just walking around acting drunk and people were freaking out. It was a fun bit. Well, it happened in real life. A Delta Airlines flight was canceled because, well, there was an intoxicated pilot.
That's not good.
They were meant to go from Scotland to New York City. The 61-year-old pilot was arrested for being over the legal alcohol limit before the flight was scheduled to depart.
Oh, man.
So you got to think, that can't be the first time he's ever done that. That's just the first time he was caught.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Wow, dude. So he was coming from Scotland going to New York.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, you know what? Loves his beverages out there in old Scotland.
I mean, come on, man. You got one job.
Yeah. Dude, it makes me just wonder how many of those pilots, because they got a co-pilot, it just makes me wonder how many pilots in general man, I always pay attention, because if they don't come out, I'm like, because sometimes pilots like to come out and talk to you.
Oh, they like to greet you.
Yeah, I like to get on the thing.
Welcome to my plane.
How are you, everybody? I know Mary was just talking to me, but I just want to come up and say hi. And you see them at the front, and you go. When I don't see the pilots at the front, I'm like, okay, Wonder if maybe I always wonder because it's like, don't they all?
What do you think? They have a beer bong and they close the cabin?
Yeah, they should all come out just to let me know that they're sober. That's kind of what I think of pilot.
Hi, I'm Bob. I'm your pilot, and I'm sober. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I mean, I always wonder about that and go, all right, well, I didn't see the pilot. I hope everything's okay.
I'd be so fired up to be a pilot that as everyone's coming in, I'd be high-fiving everyone. Let's go, guys. We're flying today. You fired up? Let's go.
Yeah. And then if they don't even make the announcement, like something like, okay, the next thing I hope for is, okay, they usually make an announcement, go, hey, this is Jimmy, and I'll be taking you over. And then they tell you where they're going. I'm going to be flying over the Nevadas and the Sierras and the Madranas and all that. When I don't hear the pilot ever say anything, I'm like, okay, this guy might be trashed.
Well, they're going from Scotland and New York. I wish that he was carrying all the New York Yankees on the plane. And that make it
that would be nice.
So that way we wouldn't have to have lost 3-1. Nice outing by George Kirby, but it wasn't enough. You kind of need the batters to bat.
I mean, Garrett Cole's a good pitcher. He's having a good season.
Phenomenal.
It's still, man, those Mariners have got to find a way to scratch some runs across if they're going to do anything against pitchers like him. They got to figure it out.
They lost 3-1. George Kirby went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs on 8 hits. J.P. Crawford got hurt like in the second inning.
That's not good.
I know he bruised his right shoulder. He's got an MRI, I think, today, so hopefully he's going to be okay. That sucks.
Yeah, that does.
Mariners play again tonight. Good news, Luis Castillo. La Piedra.
Hey, pretty nice.
On the mound. The Rock is on the mound. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, you sound like you're happy.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's getting a little worry. I'm getting a little worrisome. They have got to figure it out soon, or we're going to be at that July trade deadline going, what are they, buyers or sellers?
It's going to be September. I'm like, I still have faith. You're like, they're 10 games under 500, Steve. Give it up.
Dude, just last week I said the Red Sox should trade away Paxton to the Mariners because it looked like the Mariners were in better shape than the Sox, and now the Red Sox are on this big winning streak. I'm like, come on, Seattle, really?
Game 7 tonight in the AHL, I was going to say Stanley Cup Finals, AHL Championships for minor league hockey. Yep, Coachella Valley Firebirds hopefully win it tonight in Coachella, taking on the Hershey Bears.
What a series it must be. I haven't even realized it's gone this far.
Oh, yeah, dude. We were up quick, 2-0. Then Hershey came back, and they won 3 in a row, I believe. So it was 3-2, and then Coachella won last game, so hopefully they keep their winning ways.
Well, Coachella had to win one on the road.
Yes.
That's what they had to do, and they went and did it. I thought, if Hershey wins 3 in a row and they win 1 in a row, you go, okay, I don't know. Do they do 2-3-2 because they don't travel so much? That might be the case.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think too.
I bet it is because those minor league teams don't want to have to go through 2-2, 1-1-1.
Yeah, they're going back and forth between Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I bet it's
in California.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2-3-2. Which then, how about then? If that's the case, Steve, it's like it's every home team is one. If that's the case,
how about that?
Wow.
Hey, we care because Coachella Valley Firebirds are the minor league team for the Seattle Kraken.
That's why we care.
We're wondering why we're freaking out about the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Also, they have an awesome mascot, Fuego. He's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
And Bowie's down there celebrating with him. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool for Bowie.
Oh, yeah. Bowie's got nothing going on.
Well, I think it's nice that he goes down to the minors and, hangs out with the minor league mascots.
He's trying to let them know how to do the job properly. It's,
Yeah.
He's kind of like his boss, I think.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
I feel like he's got seniority.
He definitely does.
Yeah.
He's an NHL mascot.
He's an NHL mascot, and obviously Fuego is an AHL mascot. What are you gonna do?
Hey, weather today's gonna be nice. We're gonna hit a high of 70. We got some sun. Thanks to Snoqualmie Casino for giving us the Migs report, and that's what's up.
Yeah, thank you. It'd be nice to see some sun.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've been hearing that the Californians have been depressed. They finally got some sun yesterday. They have had more gloom than we've had.
Well, they better get it together in a couple weeks, I tell you.
Because
we're going to Disneyland.
Oh, that's right.
Hopefully rainy ass crap going on when we're in Disney.
Yeah, if it's raining, there's usually less lines, Steve.
I hope it dumps.
Yeah. They got a thing called the June gloom, and you're going in June, right?
End of June.
Okay, so hopefully it's the end of the June gloom.
Yeah, hopefully. Hurrah, it's July.
Hurrah, it's July. Sure, that's the saying.
Dry your eyes, it's July.
That's it.
All right, there we go.
Oh man, you are you know what you're doing. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What is the national fruit of India?
Tomatoes.
No.
Grapes.
No.
Apples.
No.
Thanks to my love of Indian cuisine, I knew it was mangoes because I go to Indian restaurants all the time. Just went yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Well, look, it's you.
Oh, Saffron Grill is so tasty. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 650 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I owe a lot of back taxes. Can bankruptcy help me?
Bankruptcy can discharge back taxes under certain circumstances. Some types of taxes are never dischargeable, like if you have taxes from an employee, if you ran a business and didn't pay employee taxes or sales taxes. Those types of taxes cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. However, most people don't have those kind of taxes. Most people have just regular income taxes. If you owe income taxes and you filed your tax returns but just weren't able to pay the taxes, if the taxes are more than 3 years old and you filed the tax returns, those types of taxes can be discharged in bankruptcy in most circumstances, especially through a Chapter 13 case.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right, maybe some of you just let us down last night, not buying enough KISW baseball tees.
It's rare we say this, but Rockaholics, you have failed us.
Yeah. They only scored one run last night, so you got to buy more shirts. That's right.
Seattle Mariners, you have failed us.
They have. You have failed this city. But you know what? You still cannot fail fashion. Oh, yeah, you can succeed at that by getting one of these KISW Rock baseball tees. 3/4 sleeve styles, 2 to choose from, home and away. They really are a sweet-looking shirt. Check them out today at KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Dan from Seattle is. Dan, are you there?
I am. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, Steve, now get out.
All right.
For those playing at home, Dan has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
In the Gilligan's Island theme song, which 2 characters were originally referred to as and the rest?
The Professor and Marianne.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was Denise Richards' first husband?
Pass.
In 1995, which color of M&M was voted into packages by the public?
Green.
No.
Blue.
Yes. Who was the first U.S. president to appear on television?
Ronald Reagan.
No.
Will.
Woodrow Wilson.
No.
Pass.
Oh.
What Rolling Stones song title is also a restaurant chain?
Pass.
What is the title of the 2021 movie based on a Disney park ride?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
It's a Small World.
No.
Pass.
What do you call your father's grandfather?
Great grandfather.
Yes. If you have 5 dozen donuts, how many total donuts do you have?
60.
Yes.
Oh, math.
And with that, you get 4 correct, Dan.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not.
I was a little nervous that you were going to drop a deuce, but you doubled that and got 4.
Yeah, you did.
I'm still not sure how you're going to do that.
Don't know. But you know what? Who knows? Steve could also be like the Mariners and just not get the offense going.
That's true. He could only get 1. You know?
Yeah.
Steve, are you ready? Yes! In the Gilligan's Island theme song, which 2 characters were originally referred to as "and the rest"?
And the rest. That's the Professor, and Mary Ann.
Yes. Who was Denise Richards' first husband?
Charlie Sheen.
Yes. In 1995, which color of M&M was voted into packages by the public?
Green.
No.
Brown.
No.
Red.
No.
Yellow.
Who was the first U.S. president to appear on television?
I'm going to go with John F. Kennedy.
No.
Richard Nixon.
No.
Ashnot.
Ooh, Lyndon Johnson.
No.
Oh.
What Rolling Stone song title is also a restaurant chain?
Olive Garden.
No.
I'm going to have to come back to that one. I can't think of it.
What is the title of the 2021 movie based on a Disney park ride?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
Haunted Forest.
No.
Space Mountain.
No. What do you call your father's grandfather?
Your great grandfather.
Yes. If you have 5 dozen donuts, how many total donuts do you have?
A lot. 144.
No.
Oh.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
Steve, you got 3 correct, which is a loss.
And you deserve the loss for that one.
4-3.
I'm so
Dan.
happy it was a loss, because if that was a tie, I'd be like, he doesn't deserve this.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what, Dan? We didn't think you did well, but actually, you did well enough.
Steve broke himself.
I'll take it.
Yeah, he knows. He knows what happened there.
I don't even know where I started on that one. What was the question?
Yeah.
If you have 5 dozen donuts, how many total donuts do you have?
Yeah,
Damn.
I thought you said I have 10 dozen donuts.
Yeah.
I still think that would be the incorrect answer.
Well, it's a lot closer, at least.
Wow. Look, if it was one of the millennials, I'd be like, okay.
What do you want from me?
They were raised on calculators. But you were times tables boy.
I literally told you yesterday how I have less of an issue with people checking my computer browser than they would check my calculator history. If there was such a thing as a calculator history, it would be very embarrassing.
Yeah, that's for sure. Holy moly, yeah.
Dan got that one correct. You'd have 60 donuts.
5 times 12.
Which is still a lot, but not as much as you thought.
60 sounds good right about now.
Another one Dan got correct. Which color of M&M was voted into packages by the public? Blue.
That would have been my next guess, but I already put in like 5 guesses.
You sure
so
did.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Does anyone know the first U.S. president to appear on television?
Was that one of the Roosevelts?
Yes,
Was
Franklin
it
D.
Franklin D. Yeah.
And the Rolling Stones song title that is also a restaurant chain.
Yes, Ruby Tuesday.
Yep.
Which I don't know if we have any Ruby Tuesdays around us. Do we?
I feel like we used to.
Yeah.
And they actually named the restaurant after that song.
Oh, I didn't realize that's why they did that.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I just thought it was a happy coincidence. Oh, they really like that tune.
And does anyone know the title of the 2021 movie based on a Disney park ride?
Danny better know this.
BJ, your favorite person's in it.
Oh, The Rock. Oh, yes.
Jumanji.
Nope.
Jungle Cruise.
Yes.
I haven't seen that. I have it recorded because I thought your mother would like it, but we haven't got around to it.
I kind of want to see it too. I haven't though, but it looks fun. It looks stupid.
I mean, look, as much as I want to hate on The Rock, there aren't many Rock movies that I haven't liked. Though there are some that I've avoided because I've heard that other people haven't liked them. So, but I haven't heard like horrible stuff about Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, it looks kind of brainless. You know?
And it looks like the kind of movie that Steve would give a thumbs up to.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, dude, if it's got The Rock in it and it's just a silly comedy, I'm all about it.
He's already given it 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, sorry,
Man, there's
Steve,
not
for
a single
losing.
Ruby Tuesday. At first, I got excited. I'm like, oh, there's one in Aberdeen, but it's Aberdeen, San Diego.
So San Diego is like the closest?
South Dakota, sorry.
Oh, okay.
South Dakota.
That's a little far.
So they look like they're all on the East Coast or Midwest East Coast, right?
Yeah, there's none on this side of the coast. Like, it seems like New Mexico's got one.
It's so funny how...
What?
Isn't it in Las Cruces?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've lost some chains. We lost CPK. We've lost Ruby Tuesday. No TGIF anymore around here.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think chains are all that really like a big deal here.
We lost Dunkin' Donuts way back. I mean, we had Dunkin' Donuts
ago.
out here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Seattle's like, look, man, we'll make our own food.
Then you look on the East Coast, and holy smokes, there's like 1 billion of them.
Yep.
I think what is it about the East Coast with chains that seem more accepting of them than us on the West Coast?
I think Starbucks is kind of like the syndicate. You know what? Starbucks is like, we're the only chain that'll be out here.
I mean, they're taking out other chains?
I feel like it. I mean, remember Tully's? Poor Tully's. We never saw them again. They're like, boom.
Yeah.
We don't know where, like, whatever happened to Boom, the mascot, what happened to Tully's?
Cement shoes.
Yeah. What happened to Seattle's best coffee? They're all gone. I think I know why.
That was one of the things that I noticed when moving here. And granted, not that New Mexico has a ton of chains, but like moving to Seattle, it's like, oh, you have to drive 40 minutes to get to a Wiener Schnitzel? That's kind of weird.
Yeah. And also like Olive Garden, and Red Lobsters. They're all like in the suburb, quote unquote, areas, but not really in Seattle proper.
Lily's heart was broken when she realized that there was no Chili's here. There's no Chili's anymore. There used to be one at the airport, and they shut it down.
Yep. That's another thing. Yeah. But if you want really, really good food.
Oh, no, there's great restaurants.
I mean, this is a great restaurant town. And I think maybe that's why, is that there's just no room for chains when, the locals can do as good, if not better.
I feel like there's plenty of places on the East Coast that have great restaurants that are not chains.
I'll tell you right now, Seattle might be the best, Steve. It's up to you now. Sorry.
Okay.
Better than New York, I'm betting.
Well, Seattle, Portland, Oregon.
Well, I'm not going to say Portland's got good restaurants. I don't know.
Colorado doesn't seem to have
Colorado doesn't have anything.
Wyoming.
Nobody goes to Colorado. Montana, nobody goes to Montana. Not for the food. They go for the trees. So I don't know if you guys saw this because Denise Richards was one of the questions. Have you seen her Fun Bags video?
Her Fun Bags video. I know she's on OnlyFans. Is this an OnlyFans thing?
This was a Funny or Die thing.
Okay, no, I have not.
And I mean, it's interesting where people will push the boundaries because kids are in this saying, hey, I can't wait to get a hold of Denise Richards' Fun Bags. And I'm like, wow, I wonder if the wrong people see this, if it's going to be a problem. And the bags are just basically bags, with like cute little polka dots on them.
Okay.
But she's like all cleavage in this particular, video. And it's a comedy video.
So I was wondering if is it like content also for her OnlyFans? Because I was just reading how she's making a bunch of money and she doesn't get naked at all in her OnlyFans.
Well,
they're saying that she's making about $2 million a month on OnlyFans.
What is she doing if she's not getting naked? I mean, she looks amazing. Is she in her 50s now or getting close? But I mean, in this video,
52.
Yeah, so. She looks, she really, she's one of those people where it looks like if she's had work done, it goes well. Because some people, it doesn't go well when they try to have work done.
She's probably posting like bikini type pictures, but also I think it's like, and then you have the access to communicate with her. Yeah. So I think people are probably paying a little bit for that because you can send like direct messages. And if you're a massive Denise Richards fan, I mean, that's probably the closest you'll ever get to having a conversation with her.
Yeah, my brain doesn't understand that. I'm a fan of a lot of people, but I don't think I'd pay them to talk to them.
But do you pay for anyone like Patreon or?
Well, I support people because I think that, they're doing something good. And I feel like, okay, there's some guys that do board game explanation videos, and I know they can't be making a lot of money because they might not be the higher tier of that particular group. So I might send them a little cash that way, but not because I want to talk to them. It's more like I just want to help them out.
Just want to keep them going.
Yeah. It's the idea where it's like, this is my connection to Denise Richards. It's like, I don't like anybody that much.
We're friends on OnlyFans, guys. I talk to Denise Richards all the time. She thumbs up everything I say, too. It's pretty cool.
I mean, in a way, I guess that's something, but I just wouldn't pay for it myself.
So right now she's doing a free 30-day trial, which I signed up for.
Oh,
and
okay.
She does do naughty ones, but you have to tip a certain amount, and she'll send you the whole set of the nudes.
Oh, well, hello there.
Oh, well, there you go.
It doesn't look like there's any bottoms on or tops.
Nope.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Wouldn't it be funny if it blurred, and then when you unblur it, it's actually just like a really tight bikini?
Oh, okay. So she's doing nudity, and she's just doing it on her terms rather than like she probably back in the day, somebody like her would probably pose for Playboy or maybe even Penthouse. But why bother when you can do it yourself?
So you have to pay $495 for that one? Is that what I read?
I think she was doing a fundraiser, so she wanted to hit that number, and everyone would donate for that. So it looks like so far, you can donate $10. I think somebody donated so far it's $100. I think.
Oh,
yeah,
wow. Crazy.
Okay.
All right. Well, then one source says it doesn't show any nudity. I wasn't following her on OnlyFans. I don't have the OnlyFans, so
Isn't that wild? So I don't know how how do you see that nudity? Does she send it to you?
Yes, in a PM.
Oh, so that way she's not doing it on OnlyFans. But if you want to,
well, it's still on OnlyFans because the messaging is on OnlyFans.
Oh, so you are.
It's like a social media page.
Well, in that case, you know what? I mean, it's semantics. You know,
dude, she keeps that up though. She's been pulling. I mean, I know my math wasn't very good during Beat Migs, but $2 million a month. That's $24 million in a year.
When you think of,
and her daughter does it too.
Really?
Apparently, her daughter's making about $80,000 a month.
Wow. I don't
know what her daughter shows. Sammy Sheen.
Well, I would imagine. I mean, I got to be thinking. Well, she's only making even still $80,000 a month. I would imagine the daughter's probably doing. Why wouldn't you at this point? You know, do it because mom does it. Right, mom can't look down on you for like doing nudity on OnlyFans, right? Because mom's doing it. So why wouldn't you?
Mom tries to call me out on things. I mean, Mom, you once married Charlie Sheen. You don't make the best decisions.
I would read this story, but this story is so wrong. You know, as far as the story says that they don't do anything risque, but actually those pictures Vicky showed me, if you can see them, they're pretty risque.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know about Sammy. And Sammy's what? Is she in her 20s? Well, she must be. She's got to be old enough to be able to.
Well,
you got to be at least 18 to do this.
I have no idea.
$24 million for Denise Richards. Well, good for her. I think that's fantastic.
Sammy is 19.
Yeah, that feels a little weird for me.
Well, I don't think she's really appealing. Well, honestly, you are probably her audience.
Yeah, I mean, look, who's not going to look at somebody who's an attractive woman who's overage? I mean,
I think her audience is whoever's giving her X amount of dollars a month to subscribe to her OnlyFans page.
She does not care if an old crumbly boy like me just shows up as long as I got cash.
Right. In real life, probably doesn't want to talk to you. But on OnlyFans, love that you follow me.
See that? Well, see, now I feel better. Because I was judging people paying her all that money just to talk to her but now I get it. Sex sells, and I don't have a problem with it. It just makes more sense to me because I'm like, who's going to pay money just to talk to her or just send hi? I mean, who's going to do that?
Well, I mean, people do. You wonder about like certain people like paying X amount of dollars just to get that picture and autograph, and they wait like hours in line. I mean, is it any crazier than having a connection with her online? Because it's an online world we live in now, BJ.
I won't do that. You know that, man. I told Lou Ferrigno, I ain't going to wait. I'm not going to pay you, pal.
Take that $50 and shove them up your green you-know-what-ski.
Well, I've had a friend who was an escort, and she would tell me that some guys, all they wanted to do was just have dinner. Mm-hmm. Like, do the girlfriend experience. They wouldn't have sex. She wouldn't even touch them. They just had dinner and talked, and that's all they wanted to do.
I wonder if that's still against the law. I mean, because she is an escort, but they aren't actually having sex, so I wonder if they could get busted.
Well, is escort against the law or hooker against the law? I don't know what the proper term is.
I don't know either. This is such a gray area.
Does escort mean sex? Mm-mm. Right, I didn't think so.
Not.
I think that's their workaround, so that way they don't get busted. Like in choice of term words, but they don't get in trouble for like whatever ads that they put out there because they're just a quote unquote escort.
Yeah, they just go on dates, and at that point they can choose to have sex if they want.
Is that way? I don't think you can get around the law, though. I think you still can get arrested if you paid her and end up having sex with her.
Yes,
yeah. Even though. We went on here's the funny thing. You go on a date with somebody, you meet somebody, you take them to dinner, whatever, and then you might have sex because you hit it off. So the escort takes you out, you pay her to be with, and the escort still could decide, do I want to have sex with you or not? The deal is I'm just an escort. And if they agree and she likes him enough to have sex with him, would you be in trouble?
I guess you have to do you have to have like some kind of like verbal agreement? Like, are we having sex because I paid you, or are we having sex because I was such a fun time for you?
I know.
Like, is the wages over now? Like, is this a freebie or is this part of the deal?
Yeah, because like Vicky said, if there are times where the escort just doesn't do anything with somebody, then
Something $80,000 a month. I would pay off the rest of my student loans in 1 month. I wish I was a hot chick. LOL.
How sad is that you've got that much in student loans, dude?
Apparently, Charlie Sheen is not happy about it, though.
No.
Oh, well, Charlie can go F himself. Seriously.
Whatever, man. He's a fine, upstanding human being.
I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them.
He should shut up. He should have nothing to say about what his kid is doing, and his ex-wife can do whatever she wants. But he, of all people, has nothing to say about what a person does in their life.
I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen. It's not available because if you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off, and your children will weep over your exploded body.
Yeah, really, Charlie.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, dude, Charlie. Shut up.
I have one speed. I have one gear. Go.
Yeah, I am sorry.
Duh.
Yeah, Charlie, you're right. You want your kids to look up to you and be more like Dad, don't you?
Winning.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop selling yourself and do drugs like your father and just destroy your entire physicality.
The Nike slogan doesn't say just try it. No, just do it, man.
Well, that's what she's doing, Charlie. I mean, she's doing it, right?
Shut up.
Okay, sorry, Charlie. Yeah. Hey, are you having problems at work or relationship issues? Maybe your daughter's on OnlyFans and you're not happy about that?
Shut up.
Or any other random problem where you need advice? Well, we are here for you. Call us. Text us. 206-803-ROCK. Call us and text us now. We're doing Help Wanted at 717 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Yep, getting lots of calls for years here at The Rock, and people need our help. And so we've decided to do a whole segment called Help Wanted. So it doesn't matter, relationships, problems at work. I don't care how dumb you think your idea is, your issue is, we are here for you. Call us or text us now at 206-803-ROCK. That's 206-803-ROCK. Let's go to Parker in Kent. Parker, you are on The Rock.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Parker. What you got for us?
Hey, so I really love my job. I drive a box truck all around the state, and so we get issued a helper. So when I drive around and I do my labor and moving and stuff, they just help me out. The problem is this new partner I have, he's got really bad personal hygiene. Just, anything I've seen before. And so I've mentioned something to him, and I've mentioned something to my boss before, and my boss basically just said, like, hey, we don't really have a lot of new guys coming in, and he's all we got, so you just kind of gotta deal with it because that's all I have for now.
What do you mean by bad personal hygiene? Is it bad breath, body odor? What's going on?
Body odor. He's a little bit of he's a bigger guy, and he also lives in like a trailer behind his brother's house, so he doesn't really have a shower access all that often. He has to go inside.
Oh, wow.
Are you working with Chris Farley?
Wow. Oh, yeah. See, having no shower pretty much is like, dude, you are going to reek if you can't take daily showers.
Right, and we do customer service. We meet with customers, and that's like the big no-no for me is, they're customers. You don't need to be smelling like that.
Yeah, your boss.
Right, you think the boss would be like, yeah, you're right. We don't need to have someone stinking up the joint when we're dealing with customers.
See, people don't care anymore, Steve. It's, you get a guy like Parker who obviously is like, dude, I know what we should be doing for the customer. And yet not everybody seems to be on board with that philosophy when it comes to stuff. And wow, what a bad excuse. We can't get anybody else to do the job. Wow. I mean, Parker, it's that bad? I mean, do you make a decent living doing what you're doing? Or is this person a lower level wage person, like an entry level kind of thing?
Yeah, no, I mean, it pays good. I'm not complaining at all. It pays good, and that, I love it. It pays good.
What about him? Is his job lower level entry?
The helpers, they make a little bit less.
That's okay. That's what it is. So there's a line. And look, Parker, if I was your boss, I would fix that stuff up. I would tell the guy, look, dude, you can come to work here. You need to, or I would say, I don't know if you have a shower at your work. I'm going to go, you come here a half hour early and shower up here and bring your clothes and be ready to go.
No, don't lie, BJ. You'd ask someone else to say that to him.
Like I said, I would have Steve do this. Yes. I would tell Steve to tell the guy. But
do you guys have a hose? Can you hose him down?
Oh, yeah. That's perfect.
Just throw some soap on him and hose him down.
There you go. Like it's some science fiction movie. Just get the hose out and just get it. Yeah, that is. What was his response, Parker? You said something to him. What did he say when you said something to him?
He said that, so we drive the truck, so we kind of we get off pretty late. And so when he gets off that late, I guess his brother locks the door to the house so he can't go in and take a shower. So the next day he just comes in just smelling really horrible. And when he comes out of the restroom, that's when the real funky smells come out.
Oh, you mean like he's got restroom smells? Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Well, like farty kind of smells, or he just was in there for so long that he built up a good sweat?
It was the back, his body.
Wow. This guy sounds like he's just got to have a whole retraining on how to clean himself.
Parker, I'm so sorry because I haven't. My nose is extra sensitive as opposed to others, and that sucks, dude. I think I'd have to. I don't know. I don't think I could stay there. I think I would be like, I got to go find another job. I just can't do this.
Or can they assign him to someone else?
Yeah, he said there's nobody else, right?
Aye.
Well, we have other drivers, but I'm really good at what I do, so I kind of do those bigger jobs, and I need the help for that.
Yeah,
so
and there you go.
Paper.
Yeah, dude, Parker, the only thing I would tell you is you might have to find another job so that you can go into your boss and go, look, I'm going to leave. If he's more important to you than me, then I'm going to leave. I just can't stand Smelly McGee, which I can't believe your boss doesn't do something about it and say, look, dude, or come up with a solution and let the guy find a place to shower. I mean, that's the way you fix it. Then it's like, dude, here's a place to go shower. Right? I mean,
have him join a gym.
Something.
Planet Fitness, $10 a month.
Yeah, something to be able to get Stinky McGee out of the customers.
He doesn't even have to work out. Just go in there, take a shower, and get out again. He can even tan if he wants. He can look good.
Yeah, and look, I mean, I appreciate it. Now, I don't want to be super judgmental because I know it's not easy for people to get places. But this guy can't afford a place that has his own running water. That's the story, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, is that on the guy that's not making enough, or is he just lazy and doesn't want to go get a place?
Yeah,
this is tough to call because I know things are expensive.
It's just a weird dynamic that my brother won't let me come into the house to take a shower if it's after a certain time. You think you'd have that conversation with your own brother and be like, look, I got to get in there to take a shower. Can I come in at least first thing in the morning?
I wonder if the brother has a wife.
Yeah, and it's sort of kind of like I'll let you stay out here, but there's a certain cutoff. We don't want your stinky ass in our house.
Yeah, there's so much. And look, since we're on the subject, I think I'd like to bring something up.
Okay,
because somebody on this show does really just bother my nose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Danny
is it
V.
me?
Yeah.
Yay, Danny.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's not like he doesn't clean.
Right.
I clean very well.
He puts on way too much.
He
stuff.
does load the
dude.
The
I can't be next to
on.
him. Yeah, we were doing a video just out there, and he got near me to do something, and I'm like, oh my god, I got to get away. He's going to give me a headache.
See, I don't have a very strong sense of smell, so.
And now listen, this is an intervention. It's not that he stinks. It's just that he overdoes. And I think a lot of people, you can tell them when it comes to cologne and perfume, you need to just tone it down. Is
so
anybody
how do we
else?
Fix this?
Well, that's why. Is it just me or his best friend Joey D's? Do you notice? Do you smell a lot of cologne on him?
This is a twist on Help Wanted I wasn't expecting.
I like it.
What, you like it?
No, I like it.
No, it's Danny that said
me.
that.
I like the twist, Steve.
Oh, all right. Well, I just figured this is the perfect opportunity.
Joe, what do you think?
Danny came in to give me a hug on the last break, and I didn't smell anything out of the ordinary.
Amazing.
Oh, God. Vicky, you're a person that has like an olfactory
Vicky, go over there and smell him.
Go smell him. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
go over there and smell Danny.
Isn't it too much? I mean, doesn't he have too much? Is it just me?
Sniffing.
What?
She's sniffing.
I mean, I could smell the cologne, but it's not.
Oh, it's me then.
Do you not like the cologne, maybe?
I don't know, dude. It's just...
I put one spray on every morning. It's amazing.
Yeah,
wow,
smells
Vicky,
like Danny.
Vicky, I don't smell you. Do you put anything on?
No, just deodorant because I know it bugs you.
Oh, thanks.
That's very nice of you. Could you go a day without cologne and see what happens?
Danny, can you do a day without cologne just to see what happens?
Sure.
And
I usually only do it every day I shower, which is not every day. So you're welcome.
See, I never noticed you.
Hey, hold on a second. You're not showering every day?
I mean, it depends on the day.
Well,
I usually shower
every day?
Yeah, but I usually shower like at night. So it's like I consider like 24 hours not showering every day. You know what I mean?
Huh?
It's like I'll shower at night and then I won't shower like the next day and I'll shower in the morning. So it's like over 24 hours. But,
All right. Oh, so you go a whole day?
Yeah, especially if I don't go to the gym.
Oh, I'd hope.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm not going to talk about that because they're saying we shower too much as people anyway.
Right. No, you're not like going go crazy sweating.
I don't go like 3 days.
So you only put cologne on after you shower?
Yeah.
I would think you'd put the cologne on when you haven't showered. Well, don't you? That's when because you probably could stink then. When you wash yourself up, you're probably fine, right?
Let's get Sarah in here because I want to know, like, again, like, I don't really
Sarah,
smell
come on
all
and
that
smell,
well.
Danny.
Like, sometimes I'll notice, like, a scent. And I'm not a cologne guy, so I'm not really, like, it's not like I'm anti, but, like, I personally don't like cologne. I'm more of a Fresh Blast.
Yeah, you are.
Arctic Wave.
You've always been a Fresh Blast.
Whatever these deodorant scents are.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Sarah.
All right,
Can
so
you smell too much? No, she's right near you. Damn, dude. It's my nose.
I mean, I smell him.
I smell him right now.
What?
Over here.
Wow. No, it's not like too much.
So it's just me. I'm like a dog with
just you.
well, I can't help my own nose. What do you want me to do?
I have our production manager who compliments me almost daily, telling me how great I smell.
Is that a backhanded compliment? Is he saying that, but really he's just like, yeah, you stink?
It's usually when we're peeing, so I don't really know.
Okay, see, if somebody can smell you while they're like, I don't think people should be able to smell you unless they're right up on you.
He wants to smell the pee instead of me.
But you can smell him.
Oh, I can smell. I'll tell you right now. We could do a blind test and have people just walk by me, and I'll tell you when Danny's walking by.
You'll know when Danny walks by.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to play this game.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you don't even bother. I mean, my head is already sort of like. That's why it's like, Danny, I got to do something.
Okay, so what if he tries no cologne tomorrow?
Try no cologne. Well, he usually does. That's why.
Do you wash your clothes every time?
Yeah, I mean, I wash them once a week, and I don't ever wear the same clothes over.
I was saying, like, when you spray the cologne on, do you then wash them before you spray cologne?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was just because, if he comes in tomorrow, I didn't know if he's going to have it still on his clothes.
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that's why it's an intermittent problem with Danny. Now I know why. It's like it's not all the time with him, but there are times where Danny wants to. I'm like, you need to sit over there. I gotta.
That says another topic. Why is Danny going and giving Joe hugs during the breaks?
Oh, I always give Joe hugs.
Danny he's way too huggy.
Yeah,
he really is.
Joe needs some motivation sometimes in between breaks,
and a good hug gets him going.
Oh yeah,
I never need a good hug, and I want you to know that. And HR is listening.
I've never given you a hug.
Good, you've done one time. It was on a video, and I was very uncomfortable.
That's true.
Well, because you haven't been able to get that stench off of you now.
Oh, dude, it's serious. Dude, that's what good job. And maybe it's just the cologne. Maybe Danny wears cheap cologne.
Oh,
what is the cologne brand?
I wear Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, that shouldn't be cheap. Tommy's not cheap.
It's not.
Yeah. Oh, just too much.
So when are we going to do this now? When is he not going to wear the cologne? Tomorrow?
Probably. Whenever he doesn't shower. Like he showered today, so he won't shower tomorrow, right?
I will shower tomorrow morning, and I will not put on cologne.
Oh,
right, and let's see how it goes. And then he has to sit on your lap for the show. No?
No.
Okay, I'm just throwing out ideas.
Man. I know you are, and they're not good, like most of your ideas.
I've been told that no idea is a bad idea.
Yes, and the person that told you that was a bad idea.
All right, fine.
And we've had the conversation before. The reason that I started wearing cologne in general was because I know my own body scent was not nice. So I feel like if I didn't do it, I feel like BJ.
Do you use deodorant?
Yeah.
Who told you your body scent wasn't nice?
Myself when I was in middle school, and I realized, wow, I am not a good smelling person.
Maybe over the years, maybe your body has changed.
Yeah, I mean, you are going through hormones and stuff.
Maybe.
Still?
I got to tell you, well, yeah, I mean,
I don't like when I go to the gym, I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, you can smell yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It's not good.
You don't like the smell of yourself?
At all.
That is so weird. I've never heard of anybody hating their own smell.
Yeah,
I mean, how about the guys that stink up the joint and don't even know they are?
That's true.
You know, and here's Danny. He's like, oh, I smell myself and don't like it.
I'm wondering if it's your piercings that smell that tells you that you smell bad. Because there was a while I thought I stank, and it turned out it was all my piercings I have. If you move them, they stink.
I didn't have piercings in middle school, though.
That got nothing for you.
Boom. Debunked.
What if Danny's just rotting on the inside?
Oh, well, that goes without saying.
That's what.
So it says maybe because BJ's deaf, it's possible that his sense of smell is enhanced.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Like Daredevil, he went blind and everything else just perked up, all those other senses. I could be a superhero, super smell.
Oh, we already answered this. What cologne does Danny have? Because I need a good one. That Bath and Body Works crap ain't working.
Yeah, well,
I mean, if you're BJ, I don't think Danny's stuff is working either.
Yeah, it could just be the type, because there's some cologne and perfume that don't bother me, But man, it happens a lot with women. It's just, oh my God, I'm at a restaurant and then there's a group of people and I got to get up and move.
I am a woman too, so
yeah. I just
How's the women like your scent?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah, my girlfriend's always like, that's one thing that she's always complimented me on, is that I always smell good.
Nice.
Yeah, she's high.
Well, that's not untrue.
Yeah. How would you like some free financial advice from KISW's financial advisor?
Save money, don't buy Tommy Hilfiger perfume.
That's a good piece of advice, Danny. Call in or text us now at 206-803-ROCK. Todd Peach from BECU.org will take your calls and your texts at 747 on the Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I have lots of tickets that I haven't paid. Can those be discharged through a bankruptcy?
Yes, there are some limits on what we can do with tickets. Tickets cannot be discharged in a full bankruptcy. In a Chapter 7 case, that won't help you get your license back. But in Chapter 13 reorganization, tickets are dischargeable. Most types of tickets are dischargeable. So you would have to pay back some of the tickets in a Chapter 13 case, but the vast majority of them could be discharged if you complete the plan. And again, you would get your license back right away when you filed the Chapter 13 case, as long as the only reason you don't have your license is because of failure to pay your tickets. But the Chapter 13 process will help you get your license back and repay a small portion of your tickets in most cases, and get your license reinstated almost immediately.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
BECU presents the KISW Financial Advisor. Here to talk money, please welcome Todd. I invented numbers, so I know how this stuff works. Peach.
That's right, man. Todd Peach from BECU. You live, you work, you attend school here in Washington State. Guess what? You can be a member of BECU. It's a great credit union. All the info at BECU.org. And Todd, of course, has been a member of BECU for a long time, as well as over 25 years of experience in the financial world. And he's here to answer whatever questions you have. Hey, Todd.
Hey, BJ, how's it going?
You know what, man? It's not too bad. First day of summer, Seattle style, which means it's cold and gray.
It's going to be sunny later, 70 degrees.
I hope so, Steve. Right now, it's like, not even in the 60s yet.
Well, it's not even 8 in the morning yet.
Oh, it is?
These are unfair expectations.
All right, fair enough.
Last month it felt like July, though. I'll be honest, for a few days there.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. So and so, Todd, we are here, and you'll be happy to know that my own kids have been having financial meetings with people, and we've talked about before that if you can get a financial advisor in your life, and there's so many different levels of financial advisors, including you can get some people at BECU to give you some good advice too, if you remember.
Absolutely. As a credit union, that's our goal, is to help our members, reach their financial goals, whatever that may be. So whether it's a member consultant, you're working with somebody opening a checking account or a savings account, or, ask them questions, or they'll get you connected with the right person, whether that's a mortgage offer or a first-time home buyer class or a financial planner that will sit down with you for free and kind of talk through, what your what your plans are and where you're going. So our goal is to really have the resources for you, whatever you're trying to do to get you empowered and educated to make the right decision.
And that's why we started this relationship with Todd, because we know you have a lot of questions out there. It's not something that's taught a whole lot in schools, at least when I was in school. And sometimes parents, they also aren't really good in that department. So if you got a question, you can call, you can text 206-803-ROCK. Todd Peach from BECU.org will help you out.
So this will get one. Congrats to this person. I just got a fat pay raise. I'm hoping to put some of that money towards paying off our house faster. We bought it about 5 years ago. What advice do you have, Todd?
Oh, this is a good one, Todd.
Okay, back to the house one, right?
Everybody's got a house.
Depends what the interest rate is. I would put the house last on my bucket list of checking off debt. So as we know, we want to first go, do we have an emergency fund? So if something were to happen, that we could pay that. 3 to 6 months is just a good ballpark, right, of expenses. So if you get laid off or you go to the hospital or whatever, you don't have to worry about making the mortgage or the car payment or whatever. And after that, I would look at making sure your investments, like if you're 401k or 403b, whatever your retirement plan is, are you making at least a minimum contribution for a company match? That you're leaving money on the table if you don't.
And so, Todd, is it so? All right, you're doing that to get the company match. Now, you can put in, of course, I think it's like almost $20,000 a year. Would you say somebody do that if they have extra money? Just continue to pump it into their retirement account before they pay off the house, or how do you gauge that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and put it into your retirement accounts before you pay that debt off. BJ, if you look historically, the S&P 500 it returns about 8-10% on a historical average. Now, year by year, it's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to be less than that, more than that. I mean, last year it was down, the year before it was up, but on average, you're looking at 8 to 10%. So, what is your mortgage interest rate? Well, it's not 8 to 10%, right?
Right.
It's much less than that. And even if you factor in taxes, so you look at your after-tax return on the income that you're going to making, it's going to beat over the long run. It's going to beat what the interest rate you're paying on your mortgage, especially if you had that mortgage in the last 2 or 3, 4 years. I'm guessing he or she is in the 3-4% interest rate on that mortgage. So that's, in today's environment, that's really cheap, low, free money. So that would be the last thing that I would actually pay off. I would look at all my other investments, retirement, emergency fund, paying off auto loans, and if I have credit card debt, those all come well before any kind of paying off the mortgage. Because the mortgage is actually not a bad debt to have. I mean, that it's an asset that in time will appreciate over the long run.
I mean, it's a dumb question, and based on that, I always see those things where it's like, hey, if you pay your mortgage, you break it up where you're paying it twice in a month as opposed to just once a month. Mm-hmm. That helps you lower is that something that person could do?
Yeah. I mean, anybody can do that if you would like. Absolutely. If you do it, I think it's paying it every 2 weeks, Steve, not twice a month. But you can do that too. But you're just paying a little. It's going to pay it off a little bit quicker because you're just paying a little bit faster.
Yeah.
But I have heard some people make a payment every 2 weeks, so they're actually making one more mortgage payment over the year.
Huh.
And Todd, let me ask you this, because people think of their 401k and they go, okay, I've got a 401k. Some people lucky enough to have a pension, but folks don't realize you can do more than that depending upon whether you get an IRA or you get a Roth IRA. And are you, so because your 401k can be different than that, are you saying that if they have extra money and they've maxed out their 401k, they can't give any more money to that, and they have a choice between paying down their house or maybe opening up an IRA or a Roth IRA, would you suggest because those are retirement accounts, would you suggest that they do that before paying off the house?
I would say heavily consider it, yes, if you're willing to take that a little bit more risk with that, BJ. I mean, obviously paying off debt is a given, right? If you have a 4% interest rate on the mortgage, you pay it off, you're earning 4% in theory, right? But if with interest rates so low with mortgages over the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, we're not going to see a 3% mortgage, maybe not in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
And interest rates, you can get CDs and money markets and different things that are more than that. And especially if you look at bonds and you're going to take a little bit more risk, and even the long term with the stock market, like I said, that over history, it will pay 8 to 10%, or it has. So I would say that would be a consideration. I'm not saying everybody should do that. I mean, I think if you like to sleep at night and just be done with debt, then certainly not a bad thing to pay off the mortgage. I'm not saying that, but I think if you're willing to take a little bit more risk over the long run, you can benefit that, especially if you have that low interest rate mortgage.
Yeah, I guess it just depends, Todd, on whether or not you think, $20,000 a year that you're allowed with your 401k, when you compound that interest at the end of when you're 65, say 30, 40 years from now, will that still be enough to sustain you along with Social Security? That's the question anybody would have if they want to augment their retirement with these IRAs is because you just don't know. I mean, it's hard to say whether or not that money's going to be enough to take care of you in 40 years. I personally, myself, I wonder. I'm like, I don't know if a 401k is enough anymore. Sometimes it's all people can do. But if you can do more, kind of feel like it's always, good to try to save more if you can. But
yeah. And BJ, if I've learned anything, it's start early, right? I mean, I think you learned that lesson too, right?
I didn't do that, Todd. I didn't do it.
Yeah. But I mean, BJ, if you start in your 20s, right, when you start in the workforce and you save 15% of your income, you will be just fine in retirement. When you fast forward, 30, 40 years, you're in good shape. If you can save 15%, that is a good thing to shoot for, a good number to shoot for. And I know it's hard because when you're starting out, you might have an auto loan, or you got to buy a house and you got to save, and then I get all that. But the earlier, the better.
Yeah. Fast food addiction. I mean, there's a lot of things.
There really is. There's always some
T-shirts,
new hockey gear, a new wrestling streaming app. You got to get these things.
They're must-haves.
Yeah.
These aren't luxuries, BJ. They're necessities.
Yeah, for my wife, it was a hot tub. Just had it delivered yesterday.
Oh!
Yeah.
Now, Todd,
we're cooking with butter, Todd.
But look, Todd, a hot tub. You guys have been saving your whole life. You got your kids that are out doing their own lives. I mean, I feel like you get to have one extravagance, don't you?
I know. So I gave in.
Listen to Todd.
But I'm not one to do things halfway. So I was like, got to have a place to put it. So now I'm digging out and putting in pavers, and then I got a gazebo. So this is my summer project, BJ.
Oh,
so,
yeah. You're going to do it yourself, because I know you're not going to pay anybody to do that, because that's money out of Todd's pocket. I don't blame you, buddy. I mean, I get it.
I haven't found a neighbor who's an electrician, so we're wired to 220.
Look at this.
So, yeah.
I need to have Todd work for me, because I pay everybody. I'm doing this so wrong. I need Todd to really.
How big of a hot tub you guys getting?
Oh, it's only like a 4-person, Steve. It's just me and my wife. So, but it's nice. Yeah, I haven't set it up yet.
I love that idea. Especially if you come and take care of it. I love that idea.
Todd, did you pitch the inflatable one, like the portable hot tub?
No,
that wasn't going to fly. I like those.
Did you think about it though, Todd? Did you go, if she takes this inflatable one, this will be so much cheaper?
Well, that was her. That was actually her strategy to get me to say yes. Well, we'll just get this. She saw it at Costco or something. Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not getting an inflatable hot tub. So,
so she was able.
Hey, don't knock the inflatable hot tub. Todd, they're nice. My neighbor's got one. It's pretty badass.
Todd, your wife's a genius.
Okay.
Your wife's.
I'm more of, hey, if I'm going to do something, I'll save up, go quality. I'm not.
She worked you good on that one, Todd. Your wife's a genius.
She knows me after many years.
That's fantastic. She was like, oh, honey, we'll just get this cheap looking one. That'll be fine. And Todd's like, I will not have that represent me as a man. That will not be in my yard.
You're going to love it. That's so awesome. Todd in the hot tub.
Yeah. Look at Steve. Steve's looking for an invite.
Oh, no, I'm just happy when people get hot tubs, man.
Yeah, you do. You really have this look of glee on your face, like you're not going to use it.
Well, I'm also happy that Todd's spending money.
Oh, that's what it is, so that you can then justify you spending money.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that works. That works.
I did think of you, Steve, when I said yes. I said, well, yeah, Steve would want this too. So,
yeah. What would Steve do?
WWSD.
And Steve would spend money.
Good call, Todd. Yeah, if you ever really want to know what Steve would do, it's going to be pull the trigger on an impulse purchase that might not be the best.
Right, we got another house question real quick.
Right.
So it says, I'm a first-time home buyer. What would be the advantages or disadvantages of using a VA loan or a first-time home buyer's loan?
Feel like there's no disadvantages there, Todd.
No, VA loans are a great product. I mean, if you're a veteran, which thank you for serving, that's kind of a one small way token that we can thank the veterans. So absolutely consider that. Throw that up there as a first option, and look at other options too, just depending on what you're doing. But VA loans have pretty low down payments. Good rate. So yeah, definitely look at that. But I would advise for anybody looking to buy a home is take a first time home buyer class. We know BECU offers them. They're free. You don't have to be a member. You can gain so much information and knowledge from those classes. So you do have, a mortgage broker, mortgage person there to talk about the ins and outs of mortgage, but you also have a real estate agent. So it's just a way. I mean, I when I bought my first home many years ago, I bought a book and read a book, and it was very valuable. But now fast forward 30 plus years, and there's all kinds of education out there. So first-time homebuyer class, I would highly recommend it for anybody looking to buy, buy a home even now, or, if you're thinking about it might be 2, 3, 4 years before, that's okay. Take that class now, and it'll empower you. You'll be in a better position when you're ready.
Probably going to have to send Sarah your way, my daughter, because she's there's been conversations about her and J-Rub's getting a house, even though she doesn't want to leave our house. But at some point, that's going to have to, something's going to have to.
Yeah, great. Just go to BECU.org and you can look on the financial education. You'll see the first-time homebuyer classes, and you can sign up for those. And I would highly recommend it for anybody. Again, nothing to lose, doesn't cost you anything. Just a little bit of time.
Is there any information on the BECU website about how you can phase your dad out of the house so you can just keep the house that you're in?
Wow.
I don't have any advice for you on
Good.
that.
Okay, Sarah's hoping that you did.
Good. Thank you, Todd. We don't need that kind of information. And hey, look at the time. It's just time. It's
hot tub time.
Yeah, it's hot tub time for Todd. But Todd will answer your questions. If you didn't get through on the phone line, he will take your emails. And if he can answer your questions, point you in the right direction, he will. Just go to KISW.com, scroll down. You'll see the banner with Todd's smiling face. And of course, BECU.org. It's a great place for you to do your banking. And if you live, work, or attend school here in Washington State, boom, you're in. Todd, as usual, good talking to you. Enjoy the hot tub.
Great. Thanks, BJ. You as well. Take care.
There he goes. There goes Todd, bubbling away.
Bubbling away?
Yeah, we have audio. Here's Todd. There he goes. He's just having a great morning. That's Todd in the hot tub. Here we go.
It's quite the hot tub he got.
He's got a hell of a hot tub, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He really does.
I can't wait to talk to him next month to find out how the hot tub's treating him.
I know you will, yeah. Just so that you can go buy something else.
He should join us from the hot tub next month.
That's what you're talking. Hot tub financial advice. No one's doing it. No one's doing it. Hey, there was a dude so excited that he won on a popular TV game show that he dislocated his shoulder while celebrating. We got the audio, and you're going to hear it at 8:19 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A contestant on The Price is Right named Henry injured himself celebrating a win during a game of bonkers. He won a trip to Hawaii, and he excitedly jumped up and down with his arms in the air. And when he did this, ended up dislocating his shoulder. You can check out the video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
Higher, lower, higher. Yes!
If you watch it, like he starts flailing his arms around like crazy. And at no point do you notice that he dislocated his arm until after the fact. And I'm just like, man, this guy is fired up.
Oh, yeah. In this clip, Drew Carey explained to the audience what had happened.
Over here, Alice. Let me explain what happened. This is Alice, Henry's wife. How you doing? Henry was celebrating and going, woo, and he dislocated his shoulder. I know. So he's not going to be able to spin the wheel, but Alice is going to spin the wheel for him. Good luck. Here we go. You want to say hi to somebody?
Hi to my family, my wife, my baby CC at home, and all my friends watching.
Thank you. How about 95? Don't hurt yourself.
So that was my part. I was like, oh, man, I'd be so bummed because I always wanted to spin that wheel. And then you don't get to do it. You're like, now my wife's doing it. Watch, she's not going to get a good spin. We're going to get nothing. And then she pulls 95 out.
95 wasn't bad.
You know what? That's pretty badass.
Yeah. So Henry's doing okay. He went to the doctor after the whole thing, so he's fine.
Yeah, I found the video. Here he is. It's on the Price is Right's Instagram page. You can see him. He's just flailing his arms like crazy, which I get. Like, you're really stoked that you won.
Yeah.
But somehow he dislocated his arm.
Dude, and I will tell you this. I don't know if many people know this, and I brought Sarah in the room to back this up. They coach you to be jacked up. They give you aggressive coaching and say, you get out there, you better be insane. And I didn't know that. I just thought everybody was just, so happy to be there. But the coaching they give you, Sarah, I mean, I don't know if they gave you guys the speech and told you, I remember, but I know that they go crazy.
Oh, yeah, they literally interview everyone. That's even,
how many people are in the studio?
Before COVID, it was like around 300, 350.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole actual quote unquote audition process and waiting, it was 5 hours long until you actually get in the studio and record, because I think they record a few episodes a day.
Did you get to watch a couple of episodes?
I mean, they have TVs outside.
No, I mean, when you're in the audience, you're only in for one episode?
No, only one episode.
Oh, that's a pain.
Only one recording. Yep.
Yeah, that's all you get.
Yeah, and then they talk to everyone individually. I mean, probably to see do you have a good personality? Are you going to be fun on TV? This, that, and the other. Yeah, I did not get chosen though.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Apparently, it's not that great.
Were you nervous, or did you?
I thought I was great, but I guess there were crazier people out there.
I doubt that.
I know, especially if I actually got chosen and was on stage. Oh my gosh.
And you would have been injured. You probably would have blown out your knee.
Absolutely. And honestly, it would have been worth it.
It would have been great television.
Oh, that would have been amazing television. She's just screeching her ass off because she just dislocated her knee again.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm not surprised they do all that, because I mean, I said before where I went on the Letterman show. I wasn't on it, but I was a studio audience, and man, they brainwash you. I mean, for over an hour you're in line, and they have producers and interns constantly coming up to you to tell you how important it is to smile and laugh during Dave's show. Dave's like a comedian. He doesn't perform as well unless you're laughing. You want him to have a good show, so you should laugh. By the time you walk into the actual Ed Sullivan Theater to get to your seats, you look around you and everyone looks like a zombie. We're all forced smiles, we're smiling, we're ready to have a good time.
Yeah.
And then that's why the energy though is so high, because they're like, you better laugh or we're watching you.
Right.
Yeah.
They had signs for us. Okay, this is when you cheer. This is when you boo. This is when you're supposed to help them out to get the right answer.
It's a weird vibe, but I get it.
Yeah.
You don't want a bunch of clunkers in the audience.
Right. But you're like, oh, I feel so much pressure now to do good. And the actual set and stuff looked so cheap. And the actual place looks so much smaller than it does on TV. You're like, is that duct taped
Isn't
together?
That crazy?
Yeah, it's really trippy.
I saw that with the People's Court. I was a big fan of going on I wasn't on it again. I was studio audience, or I was one of the jurors or whatever they call you in the audience. And when you're in there, you watch on TV, it looks great. And then you realize how small it is.
Yeah.
And how, it is falling apart. Same thing. There was duct tape holding parts together. I'm like, man, you guys do a great job of making this look awesome on TV, because it was a pile in there.
Right? You're like, is this Hollywood?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get a chance, you should Google Aaron Paul, the guy that played Jesse on Breaking Bad. Google Aaron Paul's appearance on The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Because he goes insane. And part of me wonders, if you're an aspiring actor, is that what you try to do to get on those shows, to show that you can do all sorts of whatever? I don't, because it's insane to see how Aaron is jacked up to whatever that for whatever reason, like this dude, and it's nuts, and you almost can't believe that's Jesse.
Meanwhile, I haven't watched The Price is Right in a minute, and I just watched that clip. I did not realize that Drew Carey has grown out his hair. He's got a full beard.
Yeah, it's Jerry Garcia and Santa Claus, Grateful Dead mixed together is what's going on with him.
And someone even in the comments said, is it me or did was Jerry Springer now hosting The Price is Right instead of Drew Carey. Obviously, Jerry's no longer with us, but he kind of has that look.
Yeah, he's it's nuts. It really is. He looks like a hippie version of himself.
Doesn't look like the same person.
No, he really doesn't. But then again, he is getting older.
No, I know. You just kind of have it in your head.
Yeah.
Like, it's no different than Jack Black. I just recently saw the dude from Charlie Benante from Anthrax. I think he was playing with Pantera at the time at a music festival, and Jack Black was back there. And I saw all these rock stars posting a picture with this hippie-looking dude that's wearing like a tie-dye shirt and tie-dye shorts with a big-ass beard. And I'm like, what? And none of them are tagging who it is. I'm like, this guy must be like a record industry guy that helped break all these bands. And I finally looked a little bit closer, and I'm like, oh, that's Jack Black.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't tie-dye. It was like weird flame shorts and flame shirt.
Man, that's the kind of outfit I'd be wearing.
And his beard's like partial. I mean, he's got a little brown in it, but for the most part, it's a white beard.
And he's got the streaks down the beard in the right place, too. It's it looks like fangs coming out of it.
Didn't look like Jack Black at all.
Yeah, Jack's living that life.
I kind of think Jack and Drew, they kind of not let themselves go, but kind of let everything grow during COVID and then just realize like, oh, I kind of like this look. I'm going to keep it.
Yeah,
he's like the hippie metalhead guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Drew, he lost his trademark black rim glasses. He's got glasses, but they're kind of like wire-ish or at least clear
Looks like
lenses.
they're clear. Yeah.
Yeah, to the point
Clear
where
frames.
Yeah, it's not. You just wouldn't. You expect to see those big black rim glasses on Drew. And his whole look has changed. But I haven't, like Steve said, I haven't seen The Price is Right in forever either. So this was a shock to see Drew looking the way he looks.
I still love it. And now there's way less audience members. So in my mind, like, I would love to go down to LA.
Do it.
Try again because there's a way bigger likelihood because there's, I don't know, probably like 50 people in the audience now. So I'm like, there's less people to choose from. Maybe they'll choose me.
Yeah.
But it's 5 hours just waiting to just
long
sit
time.
for a recording.
Wow. Is that a
Yeah,
long
it's
time?
like your whole day.
Damn, dude. That's a long time.
But you do it again.
Oh, yes. I just
course,
want to
you
find
grew
a
up
buddy
watching that show.
to go with me because I don't think my mom would go again.
Yeah, she's done.
Because she was like terrified to even get like chosen.
But what if you go with a buddy and the buddy gets chosen and not you?
Sarah would not talk to that buddy. That's the last day they were friends.
See, that's why I don't want to go with her. I've always wanted to be on The Price is Right, but I will not go because I feel like I'm going to win out this competition.
I'll go. I would go in a heartbeat.
Yes, we should all
And
go.
then if I get picked, I'll give you a shout out. Shout out to my friend Sarah. She really wanted this spot, but I took it from her, and she's never going to talk to me again. Drew, let's go.
And Drew would be like, "Well, are you going to share the prize with her?"
No,
absolutely not.
No.
Not at all.
I would be so jealous if we all went and one of you guys got chosen and I didn't.
I would love it if all of us got chosen. The whole row is all of us.
Sabotage.
That'd be amazing.
Well, that would be your life. Always a bridesmaid on The Price is Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now you're married. I think the vibe has changed. The universe has changed for you.
Yeah.
Now it's your time.
It's my time
You're not
to
the
shine.
bridesmaid anymore. You're the bride.
Well, and then if I got chosen, you guys could all help me.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I would actually trust your guys' opinions on the prices of things.
Oh, I
and
don't know a
stuff,
thing
but-
about that. I would lose that game so quickly.
I'd get kicked out if you got picked for Plinko. I would freaking curse. Hell yeah, but I would say the F word. I'd be so happy for you.
Oh, I thought you'd run up on stage and boot me off and be like, I want to play.
I would just be so excited to know someone who actually played Plinko.
I know. That's like the game.
It is
They'd be
the
like,
game.
Sir, we're going to. I remember trying to pitch that to someone when I worked downstairs at the end, or now across the hall from the end. And we were like, we need a new promotional game to do at events. I'm like, we should build our own Plinko board. Yeah.
And they didn't go for it?
No.
What?
They said it was going to cost too much.
Oh, well, that's on brand.
Yeah.
I feel like you could just
That's
makeshift
radio
your
for
own.
you.
Yeah, that's totally on brand for our fine organization.
And that's such a mindless game, too.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
drop the thing
Who
down,
doesn't love
see where it
Plinko?
goes.
That one and the yodeling guy goes up the mountain.
Oh, they sure do.
That one also is
that would be tough to build.
Yeah.
That one. Plinko seems like it shouldn't be that tough to build, but we couldn't do it. Huh?
I mean, I don't think it would look good. That's probably why. They were like, if we're going to do it, it's got to look good. And no one here had the handiness to make it look good.
Yeah, God forbid we actually may be hired out to have it done.
Oh, come on, BJ.
Yeah, I know. What am I thinking
That's
about?
crazy talk.
I know. Instead, we'll get the crappy looking wheel that looks like it was just done by a fifth grader who was on concussion protocol.
Now imagine that person trying to make a Plinko board.
I think that would be real fun to see how that would turn out. That would be great. This is my fifth grader's Plinko board. Well, yeah. So there you go. Price is Right, dislocating his shoulder because they go, be aggressive out there, be excited out there, and the
So
guy
worth
wrecks
it.
himself.
Ooh, speaking of television, I watched the show, BJ.
What?
Yeah, I got a new show.
Okay.
It's only been around for like 5 years.
Oh, boy.
Bob loves Abishola.
Oh my God! Yeah, that show I think it's canceled, isn't it?
Well, it's not canceled on Max, I tell you.
Oh yeah,
all the episodes are there.
Yeah, it's the Mike and Molly guy.
Yeah, but Billy Gardell.
Yeah, Billy Gardell.
Yep, and Abishola.
Yeah, I watched a couple of episodes. I mean, it was okay, just not my thing.
Chuck Lorre, man.
It's who?
Chuck Lorre made the show.
Yeah, I know. That's why I gave it a try. But not everything Chuck does hits me.
It looks like it was renewed. It'll be back for the 2023-24
Oh, it is?
broadcast season.
Oh, I thought they were done.
Look at you. You know nothing.
Oh, I really did think they were done. Well, good for them.
Well, I'm glad I started watching it now.
Yeah, well, you'll catch up. You'll be good. I mean, it's a fun premise. I was like, I don't know. It wasn't for me, but I'm not saying it's a bad show.
First episode made us laugh out loud, so I'm like, all right, I'm in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not loudly laugh, but we laughed at a normal volume. Is that
a little giggle, maybe?
Yeah.
LANV.
Yeah, my problem.
Laugh at normal volume.
See, you don't watch a lot of comedies like on cable. Like, to me, Always Sunny and Barry and shows like that just ruined me for regular sitcoms.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
I like those kind of shows too. Like, obviously we like Barry, but it's a different style. But I'm a sucker for an old school sitcom.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same.
The Neighborhood and this one.
Have you tried Abbott Elementary? Because that's the hot one.
I just read about that one. I'm thinking about trying that.
And that's a fun show. Yeah. I mean, here's the problem. I mean, I think Abbott Elementary is a really well done show, but it just pales in comparison to, because I'm a cable idiot now, and I'm kind of a cable snob.
Look at you.
A cable streaming snob. So yeah. Well, I think if you want to try a show, nothing against Bob from Abishola, but I think Abbott Elementary.
Bob loves Abishola.
Yeah, him too. But I mean, if I had to compare both shows, I mean, I think Abbott's head and shoulders better.
Maybe
than
we'll
Bob.
get to that one too. You never know.
I mean, sorry, Chuck Lorre, but okay.
He is a big listener of the show, so he's pissed.
Yeah. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
What did the ugly duckling eventually turn into?
A beautiful swan.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yes.
You want a shot at beating Steve? 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. you don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Ghost is coming to town, White River, August 4th. And we do have your tickets. And it's easy, man. I mean, you just got to log in and listen to KISW. That's it.
Yeah, the more you listen, the more chances you get at winning these tickets, BJ.
Every hour is another entry for you. 2 ways to do this. Log in and listen to KISW on the Odyssey app, AUDACY, Odyssey. Or log in and listen on KISW.com. That's it.
Plus, if you win the tickets, you also win passes to the Spillways Lounge pre-show experience, which includes a VIP bar, also some free snacks. Ghost memorabilia and artifacts will be on display as well.
You want to see Ghost at White River? Get all the details? You know where. KISW.com.
Let's play B Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to be me?
You know who's ready.
Well, I know Alonzo from Des Moines is. Alonzo, are you there?
Yes.
All right, Steve, now get out.
All right.
For those playing at home, Alonzo has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What female comedian co-stars alongside Goldie Hawn in the comedy Snatched?
Pass.
How many U.S. states begin with the letter C?
3.
Yes. The Kentucky Derby takes place in what month?
May.
Yes. What airline has used the slogan, "We love to fly and it shows"?
Delta.
Yes. Michael J. Fox played Alex Keaton in what 80s sitcom?
Family Ties.
Yes. What Creed actor did People magazine name the sexiest man alive in 2020?
Repeat the question again.
What Creed actor did People magazine name the sexiest man alive in 2020?
Pass.
What complicated female singer sang the theme song for the SpongeBob SquarePants movie?
Avril Lavigne.
Yes. What does the P stand for when it comes to your PIN number?
Personal.
Yes. What sort of business did George Jefferson own on the Jeffersons?
Pass.
What poisoned fruit did Snow White mistakenly eat?
Apple.
Yes. And with that, you get 7 correct.
Man.
Okay, you passed when you didn't know. Got through all the questions.
George Jefferson.
Wow. I know. I'm just a little too young for that.
I think that's almost 50 years ago.
Do you know the answer?
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay.
Because, I mean, I grew up with it, but that show, if I'm not mistaken, or at least the show it came from, is almost 50 years old, if not older than 50 years old when it debuted.
Yeah, those were the reruns when I was a kid.
Yeah, half a century ago, man.
Ah, you're old.
Well, I mean, look, and Star Trek is almost ready to celebrate its 60th.
Oh.
It's insane.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Steve, are you ready?
A quick shout out to Casey. Says, good morning, Steve and everybody. I'm turning 29 today.
Woo!
I was wondering if you could kick some butt for me today at Beat Migs. No promises, but I'm going to swing for the fences.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Casey.
What female comedian co-stars alongside Goldie Hawn in the comedy Snatched?
A female comedian. Gilda Radner.
No.
Sarah Silverman.
No.
What's her face? Amy Schumer.
Yes.
Nice work.
How many U.S. states begin with the letter C?
I'll go 3.
Yes. The Kentucky Derby takes place in what month?
Oh, crap. February?
No.
July?
No.
June?
No. What airline has used the slogan, "We love to fly and it shows"?
Alaska?
No.
American?
No.
Frontier?
No. Michael J. Fox played Alex Keaton in what 80s sitcom?
Family Ties?
Yes. What Creed actor did People magazine name the sexiest man alive in 2020?
Michael B. Jordan?
Yes. What complicated female singer sang the theme song for the SpongeBob SquarePants movie?
Dumb Avril Lavigne?
Don't say that.
Oh, yes. What does the P stand for when it comes to your PIN number?
Personal?
Yes. What sort of business did George Jefferson own on the Jeffersons?
He had a laundromat.
No.
He owned a laundromat?
No.
He didn't?
Nope.
A cleaner.
Yeah,
that's
dry
different.
cleaner.
It was a dry cleaner. You did not move on up, sir.
You get 6 correct, which is a loss. 7-6.
You could have tied it, Mr. Jefferson. Oh, nice work, Alonzo.
So
nice
close.
work. Oh, so close.
Yeah.
But so far. Good
Sorry.
job, Alonzo.
Sorry, Casey.
Yeah, you are. Wow.
Failure.
A laundromat when he was a dry cleaner.
Yeah.
Wow.
You knew where I was going.
I think
I was in the closed family.
You were. Even I was like, no,
No,
they're
I can't argue
different.
that. Yeah, they're completely different.
But I definitely kind of gave you a hint there. But the Kentucky Derby takes place in May.
May.
The airline that uses We Love to Fly and it shows
Is
is
it Delta, right?
Delta, yes. Alonzo got that correct.
Ah, good for Alonzo.
Yeah. And then the one that you didn't get to, what poison fruit did Snow White mistakenly eat?
An apple.
Oh, let me
Yes.
see. Was it an apple?
Which, if you got that, you would have tied. But
Yeah, you didn't get to it.
so sorry on your loss.
Just not good at games today, are you?
Heartbroken.
Yeah. Nice work, buddy. Meanwhile, great news about Avril.
Okay. Are we really?
Yeah.
What's the great news?
Great news. She broke up with Tyga.
That's not great news.
She's
They were
now
lovely
available.
together.
She's available.
Okay. Good luck. Good luck.
Dude,
trying
how
for
about
that,
this?
BJ.
How about
You realize you're still not available, right?
You never know. I mean, I might have to just say I might have to end things.
Is that the hope? Is one day that Avril's going to find love and it's with you?
I got news. If Avril comes knocking on the door, I'm going to call my wife and go, look.
So what?
There's a hall pass thing, right? That we still have that going on.
He literally, when we were driving into work today, found this out and was like, "Oh, now it's time to slide into her DMs."
Got to give Avril a call.
You should totally slide into her DM. Say, hey, look, just to let you know, it's not weird because I'm married, so I'm not really being all that
Exactly.
creepy.
I'm married. I'm not.
Just want to let you know, though, I could be your Tyga any time of the week.
Yeah. Here's the thing. How about this savage move, though? I think he recently gave her, like, that wasn't it been 3 months or something? He gave her like an $80,000 piece of jewelry, and she's like, you get out of here, and I'm not giving it back.
I don't even know. I don't know what the hell's happening right now. I mean, I don't even know who she's dating and why. And
well, you got it. I know it's all complicated, but you got to figure this out.
I don't care.
Yeah. Dude, I love the fact, though, that somebody goes out and buys a big piece of bling. They're not together long, and she's got the balls to go, I'm not giving it back to you.
Well, it was a gift.
I don't know. What's the time, though? I think if you've been together for a long time, maybe.
It says Avril on it, though.
Yeah, you can still sell that back. You could probably hawk that for some cash. That's $80,000 worth of jewelry.
I feel like once you give someone a gift, the gift is theirs. It doesn't matter if you break up the next day.
Oh, I don't know, man. $80,000's a lot of dough.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's doing okay financially.
I don't even know who he is. Who is Tyga?
He's clearly a hip hop star.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, does he? I mean, I don't know what kind of money he
he's
has.
very popular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, he is very.
Yes,
All right, so I
very
shouldn't feel sorry for him.
Well, I mean, you might feel bad for him that he's lost maybe the love of his life.
But I feel bad that he's lost $80,000 on what definitely was not the love of his life, and he was clueless to that.
What is his net worth, Tyga?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's doing fine.
I'm sure he's a multimillionaire.
Yes.
I don't feel like this is right. It says about $7 million. So I don't know if I feel like that's too low.
What are you talking about? I mean, you see what happens to my net worth. It goes up
What's
and down
her
every
net
time.
worth? What's her net worth?
Oh, Avril Lavigne's got to be more than $7 million. Come on. Avril's got to be up there. She's got to be double-digit millions.
You think?
I think. I mean, she's had an amazing career. I mean,
Tyga has two, though.
Not compared to Avril. Who the hell knows who Tyga is compared to Avril?
What argument are we having here?
$60 million.
$60 million.
Thank you.
She did
You're welcome. Slide into her DMs, man.
I'm just saying.
Time to get yourself a sugar mama.
I'm just saying, look, you can say what you want about Tyga, but the world knows more about Avril on average than they know about Tyga, is all I'm saying.
I feel like Tyga was pretty popular. I feel Avril Lavigne had her clothing line for a while, so I'm wondering if that also added to it, because it was very big when I was in high school.
Besides people in the world of hip hop, Avril kind of crossed over and she became a pop star. Whereas, did he ever cross over to become a pop star? If he did, I haven't heard of him.
I mean, it's super popular, and that's part of the word pop. It's popular.
And he used to date one of the Jenners, so
yeah, he's
so popular
if
in
he
that
dated the
sense.
Jenner, well, okay, then I guess I got to take
I
a
don't
back
personally
seat.
listen to the music of Tyga, but I know of him, and I know he's very popular.
I do, and I love it.
Oh, he does
course
the
you do.
Rack City song. I know that one.
Okay, fine.
It's booty shaking music. You guys wouldn't like
What are you
it.
talking about? I love to shake my booty.
Yeah.
I've seen you at the club. You kind of know what you're doing.
Kind of. I sit on the stage or I sit on a chair.
Yeah, he does.
And you just
He
observe.
does continue to drink.
He does nothing at the club.
And you wonder why you're there.
Honestly, I question my life decisions anytime I'm at a club.
That's fair.
All right, well, here's the thing. This may not be as exciting news to you as it is to me. Fine. Maybe you've got some other news that's exciting and you want to tell us about it. That's why it's time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. What do you want to talk about? We got your calls. We got your texts. We'll take those at 9:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by the Shane Company. 206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That's also the number to text. Whatever it is that you want to rap about, we're here. We'll listen, but Steve does have a rule.
It's a simple rule. Show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're gonging you. And then we're going to have to say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. James and Graham, you are on The Rock.
Hey, guys. How you guys doing?
Hey, welcome to the show, James. What you got?
It's the turnaround late with the Veterans Fund.
What, James, sorry. Joe,
it's National Gong Day, I found out, too.
Yeah. Joe, give him a call back. It might have been the phone line.
Or International Day of the Gong, I think it's what it's called.
Oh, is that what it's called?
It's actually today.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you were just celebrating the gong, not necessarily gonging James.
No, I was celebrating his terrible phone.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it's him or us.
You never know anymore.
You know, because there was a lot of clicking, and I don't know if that's his real voice. It's so frustrating.
His voice sounded fine. Yeah. It was just his phone was clicking a lot.
Yeah, you're right. You might be right. I've got, you know what? I've just, I got a lot of, just a lot of old memories.
Old memories.
Old memories about the bad phone. 206-803-ROCK. James, give us a call on another line if you want to. Anybody else can as well. You can text us that number too, 206-803-ROCK.
Got a lot of texts about this. Anyone else finding this whole thing with this Titanic ship just completely crazy? Yes. It's insane. Like, the more I read about it, the more nuts this is.
Yeah, it's a little sad. There are some people posting, like, who cares? They're all billionaires.
That's terrible. I know there are people already cracking jokes, and I'm like, I've seen some memes like, all right, they're already casting the sequel to Titanic and all. And I'm like, man, could you imagine being stuck in this little thing? Like, decision's a terrible decision. I would never do this, financially, and also like it just. I don't know if you saw the picture of what this what's it called, the Titan?
Yeah,
the little thing that they're in. There's no seats.
They call it a submersible.
Yeah. There's no seats. There's like a little bathroom, and the bathroom is separated by like a curtain when it's in use.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So I mean, you better not have to go like make that thing.
You're right.
You don't want anything explosive. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably don't want to eat a lot.
Right,
sure.
Right. I mean, but you can't even pee standing up. It's not even big enough to stand in. It's 9 feet tall, but like what you sit on takes up a good chunk of that space. And there's no actual, like, set seats. Like, you're just sitting on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know.
This whole thing sounds stupid.
How long are you supposed to be in this? Like, maybe an hour or 2, 3 hours? I mean, I don't, whatever, how long the tour was supposed to be.
8 days.
Yeah.
It was going to be an 8-day tour sitting like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's totally not for me. I don't understand how they don't have redundancy in the way that they could let people know where they are.
The whole thing just seems crazy.
That's what's crazy is they're trying to find them, and how is it that they don't have some sort of something that would ping people so that they want to know where they are, that they could find them? That's why I don't understand how they can't find them.
And so I heard like there's something like you said, like they've heard some noises. I don't know.
Yeah, I did hear that.
So I don't know what that even means now. Like, are they even going to be able to find them? Because I mean, the clock is ticking. That's the part that gives me like anxiety.
I think they only have a few hours left of oxygen.
Could you imagine being in there and just like, I know we only have this much time.
Yeah.
That's if they're still alive. I mean, they might not even be alive right now.
Yeah, but at some point, if they didn't have an accident that would have taken their lives quickly, we don't know.
Also, did you know that the Ocean Gate is based in Everett?
I noticed some of the stuff was like that was from around here. Yeah.
Apparently, that's the headquarters of the Ocean Gate, the company that like runs the submersible.
Well, I think that might be because the CEO is on board. And they said there was a guy from Seattle on board, so it might be him. Yeah, so I mean, this is the dude putting his money where his mouth is. I thought maybe they were just all tourists and he wasn't on board, but he's on board.
Look, I get like $250,000. You got to be really rich, but I still, at the end of the day, like,
somebody didn't do their homework though, because I would have said, okay, I want to know about all the redundancies, what happens, like what's the worst that could happen? What are the protocols if something like
right?
And the idea that they can't find this to me is really dumb. I maybe I don't know enough about undersea activities. I just feel like there has to be like an emergency beacony thing, like a black box that can emit a signal so that they could find you.
Also, if you're going to be in this thing for several days, I don't want to just be sitting up against someone for several days. Like that's
a lot. What
if you can't stand one of the people? You can't be like, you can only go to the bathroom so many times. Like, where's John? He's still in the bathroom.
And and how good is that for your physicality to not be able to move around and get up and stretch? I mean, I think that's just not good sitting for 7 or 8 days.
Or you have to like lay over everybody and stretch your body out.
It's just not for me.
No, none of this is.
Yeah, none of this is for me.
This whole story is just crazy.
And now, I mean, they could be paying the horrible price, which hopefully that's not true. Hopefully we get a happy ending. It just sucks that people have no empathy. And I don't know if I blame
the internet. Yeah.
I don't know if I blame them or blame society and our leaders for training us to be this way, because I can't find, you see a lot of examples of people in power acting like idiots. And so what do you expect from the people that you're supposedly representing when you act like a jerk to other people? Then, of course, you think somebody who's actually making less than you and doesn't have the power and the fame that you do, should you expect them to act better than you? Unless they, I guess, have some sort of philosophy that makes them know they should be better people.
See, and this part doesn't make sense to me, because it says that the trip was supposed to take a total of 8 days, but then it says of which the dive into the ocean and the ascent back takes about 8 to 10 hours. So maybe you're not in the thing the whole time.
That
the
could
whole
be.
8 days.
That makes a little more sense.
Yeah,
I was like 8 days sitting like that sounds terrible.
So they got they have a
travel.
Trip. Yeah, they got a boat that they launch it from. That makes
so it's supposed
to
be a 9-hour trip.
Yeah, that's even 9 hours. Like that's a lot,
dude. Sometimes I do like those trips to like Eugene for like 5-6 hours to go wrestle, and after a couple hours, man, I gotta get out of this car.
Yeah,
like that's like, at least I can.
I mean, maybe you're excited and, all the cool stuff you're seeing, but still 9 hours seems like a lot.
Yeah.
206-803-ROCK. It's listeners on the loose. You can call us. You can text us. Jack in Seattle, you're on the Rock.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Okay, I don't know. He got a weird phone, too. Jack, what you got for us, buddy?
So I know this is going to present controversy. I understand that.
Okay.
And I also will preface this with saying that I was in the service industry for many years.
Okay, so you're ready for some controversy. All right, here we go. Here's the big controversy.
The other day you guys were talking about...
Okay, hold on a second. Illegal. Your phone is a little weird, and I don't know if it's us or him. Joe, get his number and call him back.
Do we even want? I mean, what is?
Do we care? I mean, I don't know. The phone is clicky. I don't know if it's the line. I mean,
it clicked like twice. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Steve is ready to gong you, Jack. So
not because of you.
Oh no, I'm ready to. I think you're. Oh no, not because of him. Because of the phone.
Well, I'm ready to just gong this whole segment because it's like, let's hear what you have to say.
All right, Jack, go ahead. Just tell us what you want to say.
Things that feel illegal but are not.
Yeah, the phone.
Not tipping.
So wait, not tipping you think is illegal?
No. I think not tipping, it's not illegal to not tip.
Okay.
But a lot of people are so pressuring about it that they make it feel like it's illegal.
Oh, I get you.
Okay. Danny sort of
tip.
agrees with you on this one.
So you don't tip at all, like even at a restaurant?
No, I do tip occasionally at restaurants.
Okay,
but I tip based off of service.
Okay.
I don't tip just 'cause.
Okay.
So if somebody provides me extra service, goes above and beyond, is extra friendly, interacts with my kids.
Yeah, I get it. You're a great guy, Jack. I get it. So what's your...
So they need to go above and beyond in order for them to even get any kind of a tip.
I don't go through coffee stands and tip unless they do something.
Jack, let me ask you a question.
What if they lick whipped cream off of each other for money?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's right off the bat. You're going to get some service there, which I believe they deserve every tip they get. And more, Steve. And you know what I mean? More. And not the kind of tip that some people think either.
I understand we've gone a little tip crazy with some things. Like there's certain like services where you're just like, wait, we're now tipping for this as well. But I feel like restaurant, that's the one. Like, yeah. But I don't know why, but like, it's like that's just I'm gonna tip every time, even if the service is okay.
I don't tip DoorDash.
You know
why not? Why not?
Because they're being paid to drive the food to me. They're not doing anything extra.
Jack, let me ask you, what do you do for a living, Jack? You don't have to say the company, but what do you do?
I work in the logistics industry.
You work in the logistics industry. So, logistically speaking, what do you think is the value of a person's time who drives something to your house so your fat, lazy ass doesn't have to go get it? Do you think maybe you might be able to logistically think maybe you can give a little bit more money? Do you know how much they're making? Do you know if we know really they're actually doing okay? It's just a human being serving you. I mean, really? You're going to just crunch numbers over this? Really?
I used to deliver pizza. I know what it's like. I understand that some people get upset about this. But I'm telling you, they're being paid for it.
Jack, that's not what I asked, Jack.
Something else.
Jack, I didn't ask that. I said, you've got a human being serving you and coming to your house, and if you can afford to be nice and give them some cash, why not? If you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. I'm not going to argue with you about that. But you seem like a guy that can afford it, but for some reason, you're one of these people that just crunch numbers. You're kind of like a rules lawyer. It's a human being serving you. Why don't you make their day nicer and just give them something? Because they're not getting paid millions to deliver it to you, buddy. This is just, they're doing what they're doing, getting paid by the company.
To make your life more convenient.
Exactly. You're getting served by another human being, for crying out loud. Seriously.
Okay, BJ, right now, you're serving me by entertaining me.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
You can Venmo me at I'm Steve Migs.
You are serving me and
I get paid well for that, so that's why you don't got to tip me. I get paid well for doing this.
I'm going to Disneyland. I could use a tip or two.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Car got broken into. I had a lot of things going on.
As you understand, Steve doesn't entertain you as well as I do.
Right.
This is why Danny doesn't even get paid, because you know that he offers actually negative entertainment on this show.
But he smells nice.
You're welcome. Does he?
Well, according to everyone but you.
Yeah. Steve, I think it's International Gong Day, don't you?
All right, there we go. There we go, yeah. Texans are with you. Gong them. Gongity gong gong gong.
Honest to God, you're the guy at the party that doesn't understand that. Dude, just put your numbers aside and be a kind human being.
So Jack is we'll talk about it next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's just like, be nice to people. If you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. I'm not going to fault you for that. You do what you can in life.
Also, so much delivering pizza is different. You're still getting hourly and tips. DoorDash don't get hourly with no tips. We'd be making about $10 an hour. And also, I think they got to cover their own gas. Yep. There's a lot going on. Dude, I don't think anyone's picking to be a DoorDasher because they're like, this is it. This is what I'm going to do forever.
This is my job.
It's typically a gig that they're taking because, well, maybe they need to find a new job or they're hitting some hard times. You know what I mean? It's like, here's an option for them to do, and you just hope that people would be decent and tip you.
And people are bringing stuff to your house so you don't have to cook or even go get it. Like, you don't even have to go get it anymore. You don't have to go anywhere. And you're like, I will not. This is shut up, Jack. Thanks for listening, though. He did say we entertained him. So
he said we provide a service. I thought I felt like we could have got some money out of him.
You feel like he would have tipped you?
I was working on it, and then you just had to shoot it all down.
I don't know if we're tip worthy, right?
Well, I mean, we could have found out.
Yeah. Let's go to.
I mean, granted, I'm not a thing of French fries, but I feel like, you know what? Maybe I'll get something out of this deal.
I feel like, no, you need to be a thing of French fries. I'm sorry. If you
Shout out once again to Five Guys.
Wait, jeez, what are you doing now? You were at Five Guys getting fries?
We went to Five Guys after a graduation party over the weekend and ordered just a regular size of fries. And then you look in the bag, and it's like a whole other order of French fries, man. That place does it up big time.
You know what's so funny? You act like this, you act like it's the first time every time.
Yes.
It's amazing to me.
I even get nervous every time. I'm like, do I really want to just order like a small order of fries? What if this is the time that they only give me a small order of fries?
Gosh.
But spoiler alert, they didn't. They gave me like a ridiculous, like super duper large size order of fries.
I really wish I could be like you.
It's easy, man. Just come to Puyallup and go to Five Guys.
Is that all I gotta do?
What you got to experience.
We got a Five Guys in Bellevue. I don't have to go that far, over Lake area.
Well, I can't promise they're going to hook you up with the fries.
I hope they do. That should be a thing.
I feel like it might be.
It better be, because not all the Costco's have all the, they don't always give you all the great snacks everywhere in every Costco. I'm looking at you, Lake Stevens.
For all we know, maybe it's whoever owns the Puyallup Five Guys. Like, I got an idea. We're going to always hook people up with extra amount of fries.
It's a brilliant idea.
They'll keep coming back.
Yeah. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. You know what, Jack? Call us back and tell us if you would give us a tip. I think Steve does want to know. We would like to know that.
I'm sure your son will put him through.
Yeah, of course, Joe puts anybody through. 206-803-ROCK. Your calls, your texts, more of them at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Call State Farm agent Sierra Belleville in Bellingham today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the loose. 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Daniel in Tacoma, you're on the Rock, sir.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today?
Oh, it's Daniel, everybody, my favorite human being. Hi, Daniel.
DJ was doing good until you called, apparently.
I don't know. Jack has taken over, though, as my favorite human being. Daniel might be...
Daniel's done nothing wrong.
He's done everything wrong just by being Daniel.
Oh, not yet today. Well, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate your guys' service. I do listen to you whenever I get the chance. And I have a request for Steve.
Hold on, Daniel. If you appreciate our service, Steve has one question.
Why haven't you tipped me yet?
Yeah, are we tip-worthy?
Yeah.
Jack believes, above and beyond, and I think we go above and beyond.
Because I don't have the money right now. I am saving up to pay off my house in 2025.
Well, I'm going to write this date down, and when you finish paying off that house, I expect some cash in my Venmo.
All right.
Okay, I'll set aside $5. How's that?
Okay,
right,
sounds
there
good.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So
okay.
What do you want? What do you want anyway, since you're not tipping us?
Could Steve gong me oh so sweetly today?
No, I almost don't want to.
Yeah, what are you going to? He wants a tip. Yeah.
All right, fine. Happy National Day of the Gong Day.
Day of the Gong Day.
Sometimes you don't want to give people what they want, BJ. It's like sometimes you go to these wrestling shows and these fans, they have I dare you to rip my sign. I grab that sign, I look at them, I just drop it on the floor. I'm like, I'm not ripping your sign. I'm not giving you that satisfaction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
But I know you don't like Daniel, so I gonged him for you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
And I
don't know why you don't like him. He's a very nice person.
It's only professionally.
Well, what else would it be?
Well, it could be personal.
So you don't like him professionally?
I don't like him professionally.
What did Daniel ever do to you?
He's done nothing to me personally, but professionally, yeah. You know what? He's dead to me.
Why professionally has he?
I have
upset you?
I really don't have any reason.
He never says anything that's controversial.
You're right. He doesn't. It's just I think Daniel is just one of those people.
One of those people.
Yeah, those people that irritate me.
Do you not like his voice? Is that why? Is it the perfume that he wears?
It is the perfume. You called it. You know what? I'm iffy on Daniel. It's every once in a while it's like he's okay, and other times I'm like, all right, I've had enough of Daniel. It's just what it is. What can I tell you? Sometimes you just had enough of people.
No. Sometimes you just don't like someone and you have no reason why.
I really don't.
Apparently Daniel's that person for you.
Yeah, he's done nothing bad, and he's welcome to call on the show.
I know Danny hates him just because they have the same name.
I really do. Yeah. We should have a Daniel
Maybe that's
off.
it. Maybe he just reminds me of the most hated person in my life.
Oh, so you just don't like any Daniels anymore?
Yeah, I might have to I let go all the Daniels and Dannys in my life.
His name is Daniel. My name is Danny, okay?
But on your Facebook, you go by Daniel.
Yeah, you do.
I can't change that.
Yeah, and you just don't like the name Dan, okay? You said Daniel's fine.
Your daughter's kind of endeared me to the name Dan because she says it when I make her angry, and I love making your daughter angry, so.
That was so weird to call you
Oh, you're
Dan.
talking about BJ's daughter. Because I got really confused for a second because my daughter calls me Dan because she doesn't know how to say dad. So she says, hey, Dan, look at this Dan.
Yeah, Tatum doesn't like
So I was like, wait,
either.
when are you pissing my daughter off? Like, what the hell?
Dude.
All the time, man.
The last time we got together for lunch with your daughter.
Yeah, that was like a year ago.
Yeah, she was like so pissed at Dan. That's all she kept saying. She said, you know what? And I'm going to use that as a pejorative word with my dad. Anytime I'm mad at him, I'm going to call him Dan.
A pejorative word?
Pejorative. Did I slur that?
It just sounded like you slurred right
Sorry
there.
about that. Let's go to Joe in Bellingham. Joe, you're on the Rock.
Hola, bichola.
Hola, Joe, hola. Don't forget the men's room right here on the Rock in the afternoon. What you got?
So I was going to kind of piggyback on Jack.
You were going to
Jack the non-tipper.
You really want to get on Jack's bandwagon? Are you sure that's the train you want to? All right, go ahead.
So So back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I used to deliver appliances.
Okay.
Home delivery, busting our ass, installing and removing all their crappy old stuff. And we never hardly got a tip.
Really? I felt like you always had to tip people that
That's
came in.
so fun. I feel obligated to.
Absolutely not. And
Wow.
you know, and we would help clean. You know, if it was older people, you know, we'd help get their stuff out of the fridge, clean behind whatever. But busted our ass, and I was making $5 a stop. There was no salary. There was no hourly. It was $5 a stop, and the driver would get $7.
What?
So we would bust our ass to get 25 stops a day.
Whoa, dude. How long ago was this?
This was 99, about 98, 99, 2000.
So that would be translated to maybe $20 a stop today. If I'm just trying to that's still nothing. My God, that's nothing.
We were trying to at least make $100 a day off our stops.
Wow, for the physical work that you folks have to do, bringing refrigerators and stoves up people's stairs through the crazy openings.
Absolutely, and then these DoorDash guys are just delivering bags of food.
Well, we shouldn't be at war with each other for what we're delivering.
Whoa, Joe, I was on board, but you're saying there should be a hierarchy to who gets tipped and who doesn't?
That's
I know, someone's just like...
It was a very tough job, and
You know, dude, whenever we had like a refrigerator delivered or like some washer dryer, I'm like, okay, who's two? Okay, $20 a pop. I always feel like that's at least you should do.
And $20 is really like the old $5.
That's all you get out of me, man.
Yeah,
more than $20.
I know,
but if it's $40, it's usually two people. I'm not giving more than $40.
Yeah, because $20 gets you what? Maybe a couple cups of coffee. You might get lunch at Applebee's because they got great deals.
Well, that helps. Hey, if every person did that,
but
that's a lot of lunches.
If that's in your budget, I get it. But I do think people don't realize that $20 is the new $5. I keep saying that because my wife doesn't know that. She doesn't understand that $20 is like what $5 used to be 30 years ago.
All right, I'll give you $5. You give me $20.
See that? There you go. See, you understand what I'm talking about.
Yes, I'm in for all that.
You know the translation.
Some quick update about the Five Guys fries, just so we get some closer.
Okay, hold on a second. We might be the only stupid show in America where you just stop the segment to freaking give us breaking news about
part
fries.
of the segment, BJ.
Okay, fine.
A lot of times we're saying all Five Guys pour extra fries. It's part of their service.
Everyone I've been to,
they're not hooking you up. It's all accounted for.
I want somebody from Costco to call me then. I was so disappointed because I go to the Issaquah Costco. It is just loaded with samples. I mean, man, it's a sample extravaganza.
Somebody said it's like an independent, that's not technically Costco's choice. It's like the companies that they work with.
I always thought Costco were the people that did that.
I just assumed it. It looks like a Costco employee that's giving us the samples.
What day of the week did you go?
I went Saturday.
On a Saturday morning or afternoon?
It was Saturday afternoon.
Okay. I was going to do some digging, see if I can find something.
Oh, yeah, because Saturday's when everybody's there. That's when you were like sample central, I would think.
Hey, speaking of Costco, someone said you got to go to the Issaquah Costco. We're making our own sushi. I'm not the sushi guy, but I've heard it's really good, and there's a 45-minute wait sometimes from Costco Josh.
Oh, you heard what I said, didn't you? That's my joint.
So apparently there's sushi at Costco?
Pickering Place is the place, dude. You got the Trader Joe, you got the Costco. What else do you need?
What kind of sushi are they making?
Probably the one with fish in it.
Okay, thanks.
I think that
do
might
they give
be
you like a giant order? Is it like part of like their food place, like a pizza or a hot dog?
I don't know. I haven't explored this.
Okay, yeah.
I stay away from that area because it's just too. I mean, they've got pizza and ice cream that I love, or yogurt, or whatever it is. I have to stay
Kirkland brand sushi.
Oh,
do they use the Kirkland brand rice? I wonder.
You're asking. You know what? These are important questions.
Apparently,
these are important questions. All right, let's go to Samuel in Seattle. Samuel, you are on the Rock.
Awesome, man. First time ever on any kind of radio.
Dude, awesome.
Well, we're glad to make your maiden voyage here, sir. Thank you. What do you got?
I'm super stoked right now. Okay, so first off, I'm not piggybacking on anybody. No. Jack, he was way off, my friend. Like, we live off of tips out here. We need that. This guy's way out of touch. And the guy that was piggybacking off of Jack, he's just a complete dodo head. He knows nothing.
I have not heard Dodo Head. I might have to borrow that for the rest of my time.
Samuel, are you a DoorDash driver?
Yes, I am, man. I do DoorDash, and I'm a little Uber Eats driver, too, sometimes, you know. I'm just out here floating around, and I'm looking for higher wages, and I'm looking for, like, good money. And when people, like, don't tip at all, your wage is garbage. You
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah.
Like DoorDash pays like $3 per delivery sometimes, and the other $2-3 you get from these people, it goes a long ways.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you're using your own car. You're spending a lot of our time driving around, Samuel, and I
And
appreciate
you're
the
stuck
call.
in a car smelling all that delicious food, and you can't do anything about it.
And thanks for listening to us, by the way. Oh, but here's a good question though: do some restaurants give you free food so that you have something to tide you over while you're delivering somebody else's food? Because we've heard that happen sometimes.
It does, man. It happens quite a bit. If the
I love
pizza's a
that.
little off, and like sometimes at Crumble Cookie, if the cookies are a little broken, they'll hand you a box full of broken cookies.
Oh my God, Crumble! You guys are the king.
Gotta be kidding. Did you get to try the waffle cookie?
Man.
Did you try the waffle cookie yet?
I haven't had that one, man.
Oh, I
no.
think that's on this week's menu, and I was like, oh, that looks amazing.
But no, the food doesn't always smell so good. Sometimes it smells like a cardboard box or whatever it comes in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well,
what do you think is the most popular food that people order in general?
I'm going to say McDonald's.
You think so?
Yeah. How am I doing, Samuel? Is McDonald's the popular?
It's pretty damn popular in the morning times, and then a little later on, you got Catandas. Catandas down by Green Lake is a pretty good hit.
Catandas, I love Catandas. Really, they get a lot of play. Catandas they got one in South Center.
I thought that was a bad guy in Star Trek.
It's
people, shout out to those folks. Shout out to those folks that are getting that food, man, because they're very friendly and generous with those tips, man.
Samuel, thank you for the call, man. First off, I mean, just because you never make any geeky references, but that was a good one. Catanda.
Thank you.
Catandas is, I think, a Brazilian or Peruvian coffee joint. And they make this special kind of bread, and that's called a catanda. And oh my gosh, I have it's called the Romeo and Juliet, and it's got like a fig and cheese.
After you eat it, you go Catanda forever.
That's actually even better.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's you went Marvel. You went out of Star Trek.
How do you
like
even
Marvel.
spell this place?
Kitanda, I believe.
Okay, I spelled it with an A.
And they have one in the University District, I think, or up in Green, and South Center Mall. They have one, and I will tell you, their bread is great. Oh, the Catanda bread is great, and I think is it Peruvian or Brazilian? I can't remember.
Brazilian.
It is.
They got acai bowls.
Coffee and acai, it says. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Let's go,
dude! They're little mini bread sandwiches that you can get stuffed with everything. I get this sort of special.
Oh yeah, they got their famous bread. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
From
God.
a tapioca flour,
so
fluffy on the inside and crispy on the outside.
Dude, it is addictive. It's good bread. It oh my God.
Is this place only in Green Lake area?
And like I said, South Center Mall.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the only two I know. The only two I know about. And boy, maybe they'll get more. If
they got a bunch actually. They got Lake Union. They got Redmond.
Whoa! I didn't know they were all over the place.
University District, Aurora in Shoreline,
Totem
Capitol
Lake.
Hill, and then
Okay.
Beaverton, Oregon.
Yeah, good for them. I'm glad they're spreading out because and how about he says like they get a lot of play like DoorDash people are loving Catanda.
Just looking at it makes me want to try it.
Oh, it's so good, dude. Well, you know what? Sometimes you and the wife take a trip north, and you go to Bellevue Square.
Yeah.
Maybe you ought to go to South Center, and for your trip north, see what's up.
I'm at the stop here.
Yeah, Catanda's good. Oh, it's so good.
Catanda forever.
All right. Here's a big question that has to be answered. What do Ryan Castle and underwear have in common? I'll tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and underwear have in common?
I am currently not being worn by Vicky B.
Aha. Oh, wow.
To the best of my knowledge.
There's a lot of implications there. Not sure I want to go down that road.
Okay.
How about the text message, though? I like this one. Both go by the name Tidy Whitey.
Oh, hey.
He is very much a tidy whitey, that's for sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
Steve likes to sniff both of them in the morning. I don't sniff underwear.
No.
Yeah.
Ryan, on the other hand,
I have a delicate morning musk.
Oh, man. Those are words that should never be put in the same sentence along with your name.
both are very supportive of Steve. Now, that is very true.
Supportive, I get it, because your boys need... Okay. Hey, someone tried to smuggle meth into a jail in Kansas because, well, it's Kansas. And how they did it? Pretty clever. Sewing meth into their underwear.
Oh, okay.
This plan actually hatched from the inside. There was an inmate who only served time on the weekends.
Wait a second.
Really? Yeah, I think people can get like work release where you go to your job and then you spend the weekend in jail.
Oh, man, I'd ask that guy every weekend. What do you got planned this weekend? You know, John, what I have.
Hey, are you coming to karaoke night? Oh, yeah, you'll be in jail.
Dude, having a barbecue this weekend. You want to swing by? You know I can't.
Look, if you can't get through a weekend in jail without meth, well,
maybe.
you probably shouldn't be doing meth in the first place.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ryan Castle, he can't get through a day without a 12-pack, so maybe he's got the problem. That's next.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.